today, this morning, because Saturday is Ramana Day. So I'm like,
it's like on the calendar.
I'm like, get out. Do not come. Like, so I
just
said,
lock the door.
So my kid, we only give him 30 minutes of iPad. I'm like, get the iPad, go.
You go to town.
Yeah, just don't be near me.
This is Daddy's time now.
And he's gonna go to watch us yet again.
And then he comes like, Daddy. I'm like, I'm gonna bug you for piano, for violin, for homework.
I just imagine he closes the door, locks it, and he just switches the side. Ranma time.
Bienvenidos, Mimisan. Welcome to an extra cheery Christmas episode of the Taco Otaku podcast. I'm your host, Miles. Joining me today, of course, is our trio band of anime people. We're going to try to talk about our 5 top anime this year. Of course, we'll start with Ivan. Welcome back.
Hello.
Frank, how's it going?
Not so good today.
Wow, what happened?
Gonzaga.
And
Yeah.
of course, hi, Ray.
Hello.
So before we get
No, how you doing? Nothing like that, no?
No, he doesn't care about my well-being. He's my own
all right.
fresh in blood brother, but no, it's all right.
Every time
I ask him how he's doing when I'm hosting, but
okay. All right.
Merry Christmas, brother. Merry Christmas.
Now it makes
All
sense.
right.
Now it makes sense.
Mhm.
All right. How are you doing this evening?
You know, I was doing well, and then I started this podcast, and now it's gone downhill since then.
Oh yeah, we haven't got.
I hope Santa's gonna hook me up, because man, oh man, am I down already?
All right, first Santa will give you a nice big cocoa later on.
That would be nice.
Before we get to our anime countdown of the year, we'll talk about our weeks. And because it's been a while, Evan, how's your week going?
I guess I'll do rapid fire because I feel like
It's been a hot second.
So pre-podcast, I mentioned I finally got a PS5.
Woo!
What? How old?
The Pro?
No,
Oh,
of course not.
The 30th anniversary one.
No, I got the discounted slim
there you go.
disc
The disc.
one. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So we played Kenna.
Oh, Spirits. Bridge of Spirits or Spirits
Yes.
Bridge.
Kenna, right?
That sounds Kena? One or the
Kena?
other.
The Pixar looking one.
That's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah. So good game. We liked it. How would I describe it? A little bit of Zelda, a little bit of like
Is the one with the looks like a rabbit, like a white thing?
No, it's a girl, and then she has like little
Boobs?
No.
I mean, presumably.
I mean, it's because I only said that because of your hand gesture. Like,
His hand gesture did suggest that. I'm going to back up Frank here a little bit. Ivan had the two hands reaching for something.
She has a little spirit guy.
They look like, I don't know, dust bunnies from...
Like dust bunny. There
yeah.
you go. Thank you.
From
you.
Totoro?
I like
Yeah.
this poor ship is like already rocking it back and forth already.
I gotta Google this.
Yeah, so Kenna's,
Which one?
So I guess it has a little bit of like a smash 'em up, you know. Kind. I don't know. I'm not good at describing games, but anyways, the whole
Ooh,
point
sounded like
is
Star
that
Fox Adventures there for
Yeah.
a second.
Oh, no.
it's one of those games that like you.
This
Yes, that one. Yeah.
one? I like your spear.
Yeah, so that's what makes it cool. You have like different attacks with a spear. You know, you have like a bow and arrow. You know, your little spirit guys, you know, do attacks. So I didn't play the full game because it was my wife playing it. So I would just do the boss battles, and I really enjoyed them.
Why don't you just push off the couch and take it for yourself?
Well, yeah, when I would get called to do the
I see.
and, oh, I can't beat the boss, come and fight it, and I had fun with it. But overall, it was kind of a cool game. The story is like you're, I guess, helping people find peace, people that have died.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're like
That would make sense with the name.
yeah, so you're kind of going and you kind of have to resolve the problem.
What's that one game with Spirit Weaver? Spirit.
Yeah, I forget. It's how it deals with that too.
So yeah, so it's a good game. Really enjoyed it. That was our first PS5 game and saw the big difference of graphics between the other consoles like the PS4, the Switch. So that was one thing.
Welcome to 2020 there, Ivan.
2020, exactly.
Mhm.
What else did I do? I did continue playing my addiction, as I mentioned last time. What's it called?
The Pokemon cards.
I
Yeah.
think a new expansion comes out next week, I think.
Yes, and I'm super excited.
How much
about
money
it.
have we dropped?
I haven't dropped that much. Maybe like $40.
Oh, okay, all right.
Never a good start. It's not that bad.
You know, and the sad part, I believe it because I tend to spend more on other games too. So they know what I believe that.
I think they're making like 4 million a day.
Just you or
No, the game. But I'm still really addicted to it. That hasn't stopped. I'm pretty mean when it comes to like the battling, like because there was this competition recently that you have to win 5 straight battles in a row to get the like I guess
the rare
ribbon,
card or something.
the ribbon.
Oh,
And then so it gets pretty brutal because there's a luck element to that game too if you get the right cards.
right, true.
So luckily I won the first time, and I saw that people online were like after they would win theirs, they would go and just concede matches to help other people. But I kept on playing and just playing to win.
I like everything.
And I felt in my mind is like if you can't beat me, you don't deserve the win.
Damn.
So, but after
hard loving over here, just like you must defeat me. No, you have to defeat me.
You have to earn this win. And I'm pretty good at it too. So
Gonna start running a Pokemon gym at this rate or what?
yeah. So, but I kind of saw it was a thing online. I'm like, okay. So, what I started doing was I would conceal the win. So then there's no way they're gonna win. You know, I would kind of let them know, and that would like concede. So like, but I would let them know that.
Can you like send a message to them?
No.
Oh,
But,
okay.
like basically, like I can do a move,
Uh-huh.
and it's like game over. But unless I like execute the move, it won't. Until I execute it, the game is over. So let's say like
I see what you mean.
like if I do an attack, I'm gonna win, but I won't hit the attack. I'll just concede before I hit the attack.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So, but it was just this specific tournament because you had to win 5 consecutively, and that's.
But
you know,
doesn't that ruin your record?
you just don't get points? But it kind of hit me. I'm like, hey, I'm not getting points now. I'm like, then I kind of went back to winning.
Wait, I don't get points for this?
Yeah, because if you get points, you get more. You'll get you level up, and every single time you level up, you get more like things to get more packs and things
More
like
addiction.
that. Yeah. So it's I'm pretty addicted.
Not you, kid. I just need packs better than you.
I did play a little bit of Octopath 2 too.
Yes, finally.
Yeah.
Woo.
Frank's away.
So I did the thief because of course I'm gonna be stealing things like always.
Podcast lore confirmed.
Always be Stevie. Or
Yeah.
Stevie.
So Frank did tell me that this is like a better version of part 1.
Mm.
And when I first started playing it, it felt almost like a Octopath 1. How would you 1.
5.
Yeah, like it almost felt like the same game, like almost entirely. I'm like, I guess you expect when it's like a second game, it's like kind of have some kind of different feel, but it's like same music, like in the intro and everything. I'm like,
It's different if you listen to it right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it has like
It's a remix.
So
it's a remix. Yeah, it's a remix.
but after like playing it, because I've been playing it for like almost 3 hours, I'm really enjoying it. So it's like it is just everything is better, if that makes sense. So that cinematics is better. The flow of it is better. Like it's just like you have like what are they called? Break limits.
I just call them limit breaks.
Or
I don't
limit
know what
breaks,
they're really
break
called.
limits, limit breaks. Yeah. So as like
I'll believe it.
I still think it's one of like for like a modern RPG, like traditional RPG, it makes it really fun. I do think it's better than Bravely Default. Do you think so?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. 'Cause
By his description of episodes and podcasts, I would feel that's true for Frank.
Yeah. So but I don't really rush those games, so I kind of take my time. So I've just been kind of strolling and just like I guess finding the new things. Like you can ride a little boat now.
I think. Well, first the music thing. I didn't know they were different, so I was listening to the soundtrack while I was gardening. And I'm like, oh, this is different. It has like some different background noises.
Okay. I
and-
thought it was the same one.
No, it's not. And then the other thing is, I really do think you should start getting more party members because of the out of battle skills.
Oh yeah.
Because there's like bribe, there's like interrogate, there's like all those kinds of stuff. It helps you get stuff and not just stealing or like something.
Not your usual stuff you do either.
Yeah, no thieving, just bribing and all the other things.
No, but like sometimes like you need to knock them out because they're in the way of a door.
Oh yeah.
And then actually the thief can knock them out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. She can knock them out now, right? In the night one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's it's just everything's in hand. So I mean, overall, like it's still really early. I think I got a little sidetracked because of
How many hours have you put into it?
3 hours.
Okay.
I got a little sidetracked because of Kenna,
Mm.
because I was, as I said,
The
they're
graphics.
like, yeah, the graphics. I think that was like, whoa.
The graphics.
So much power.
But I think definitely like that's the game I'm gonna be like playing now. If Pokemon doesn't
Ruin
Does
your
it-
life.
Just to destroy your wallet at least.
Yeah. And I guess the last thing that I did, which is kind of related to like our podcast, but not because of Ramna, I
Mm.
started reading the manga again
Uh-oh.
and watching like the old anime.
Mm.
So like,
When it comes to comparison essay, I look forward to the YouTube video.
yeah, I'll make sure not to do that. But
See, in this panel, clearly he kicks
Yeah.
left, and they changed it. These
No,
assholes.
No, see, in chapter number 25, see, there's a difference between here and this scene, and clearly in the newer version, though, they didn't change this out to make more less censorship. Da 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 da.
Where
Well-
the boobies?
well, I guess the reason why I started doing it was it kind of started like that. but eventually like it just became like I just kind of got into it again because I actually own the physical mangas.
Oh,
Do you
very
remember
cool.
that? Back in our
I'm too busy looking at my collection.
yeah, back in the Borders Day collection.
Oh Jesus.
yeah,
Ooh.
I'm sure no one.
So you have like the yellow ones, or do you have like the omnibuses?
I remember you mentioned this in the past that there was like one of them has. I think I have both. One of them has a V, and the other one has something else. I think I have a
Or
mixture.
do you have like the blue ones?
I have the blue one.
Oh, that's like the old ones.
Well,
Or no, maybe no. I'm getting
No, I
confused.
have-
Inuyasha was yellow.
yeah,
Ranma was blue.
but
There actually is an older set of Ranma technically too, but they're like multicolors, I think.
I think the Ramna, the one that I have,
Mhm.
also had two different versions of it. Like, just like the little logo, and I
The
remember.
logo's different, yes.
And I remember you told me it would bug you if you had like.
Oh
the-
yes, yeah. Between like first prints, second prints, because Viz Media changed the logo
Well,
in certain
or-
runs
kinda
and certain
like,
prints. That does drive me
Reminds me
insane.
of Negima because it was Del Rey books when the first ones come out, and then
Oh.
Kodansha eventually
Brought them out officially themselves.
And it's like, okay, it's a weird mix. You look like between volume 1 to 8, it said Del Rey, and after it was like Kodansha's like it just like he says like, but it's not the same.
My OCD kicks in. I don't like it at all. Not at all. Mm-mm.
Well, that one print of Mason Koku was like a little different. He number 4.
I have a volume of, I think it's Black Lagoon, and it's like half an inch taller, and everything's like also half an inch crooked from the side spinal label. And every time I see it, I'm like, I hate it so much. I gotta throw a photo of that on Instagram. I
Yeah.
couldn't remember myself.
I know that there's like newer, like they do like a double volume now
Mhm.
for Ramna. So,
Yeah, so that's the one I currently have.
oh, so you bought the newest
Yeah.
one. I'm probably gonna buy some of them because I did something really weird. I started buying from like volume like 20 all the way to like it ended. So I didn't buy. I basically started buying after the anime.
That makes sense.
So, but for some reason I didn't buy 2 volumes.
Oh,
There's no reason why. It's just like I was like 24, 25, 26, and
unlucky number.
then
Skip 'em.
27, 28 are just missing. And I'm like, why? Like, what was my reasoning behind not getting those 2? There's like no reason, and so I need to go out of my way and get those. But
Gotta catch
a
them
little
all.
part of me is like it's bugging me that it's gonna be different.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you gotta do what you do with his old catches. You had to sell the old set to get
Oh,
the new set.
I've done that before.
I actually have one of Ray's Kenshin. He's like, hey, you can have this one.
Oh yeah.
Because you would give them away right when you
When I got the new, yes, because God, I hate myself. And this is why I stopped buying manga.
Yeah.
But see, no, bro. But see, look, look at the spine, like the Berserk ones, the
those are-
hardcover ones.
Fuck, that's the one I'm tempted to buy.
But
I am too.
it also just
But
new.
they're expensive too.
Now Trigun now. There's a Trigun Ultimate or no?
There's they
Maximum
reprinted
that's
because of
also,
the
like,
anime.
There's also a hardcover too.
I'm
now.
tempted, but every time I read the Trigun manga, I was like, I don't know what's happening in this panel at all, let alone this whole like chapter.
This is not like the anime at all.
I'd have to like get it digitally and then maybe think
Where's
about
Robert De Niro?
it. Yeah, where is he?
But have I done anything else? I think that's about it. Yeah.
And nothing else on the PS5 since that's your brand new toy this holiday season?
You guys really want to know?
Oh no.
I mean, there's only other games that
Uh-huh.
if I don't play something else, what else would I play?
Ugh. Marvel.
Marvel? Oh, you're just back to Marvel. But that's not but technically it's a PS4 game. It's not a PS5 game. You got to use that power, those graphics, Ivan.
I that one, and I bought King of Fighters 13.
Okay.
It's on sale for Black Friday or whatever.
Is that a PS5 game technically?
It was a PS4 re-release.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was another fighting game.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what would be like the power like Spider-Man or Last of Us. I'm trying to think what's like an impressive video game for the PS5 to buy.
You can't put Spider-Man on there.
The hate for Mary Jane is so strong.
It's been like
She's like in like a little like 10% of the game.
But that was just
and the whole he chucks the whole game away.
And that's just the
Wait, which one? 1 or 2?
Both. She's whichever one she's in.
That's funny.
The hate's so strong.
I was thinking of. I mentioned it to Ray. I bought the Ghost of
Tsushima.
Yeah,
Soshima. I don't know. Depends.
But I thought I was buying the Monkey King one, and I'm like, hey, I kind of bought the wrong game.
Whoops.
But it was on sale for Black Friday, so that's why. And I got a disc version too, because I wanted to use my disc, but then it was more on sale or like cheaper online, so I'm like, should I just return it or just keep the
right?
So
there's some hacks if you buy like, for instance, Last of Us or God of War. If you buy the PS4 version, say like it's dirt cheap, you can then upgrade and get the PS5 version for like $10 more.
Oh.
So if you want to stretch your dollar, that's a little trick I've been doing.
Yeah, I do it soon because I'm eventually probably gonna stop doing that.
Yeah, because I did that this year with The Last of Us Part 2 and the new God of War, because they did that with
Ragnarok?
Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, the Ragnarok God of War one. And something else. They were doing that for a while because, it was that, COVID days were weird.
Death Stranding?
Actually, that was one of them too, because then you'd upgrade to the director's cut. I mean, it is a pretty game. I don't know if it's a good game, but it's a pretty looking game.
The Ghost?
No, Death Stranding.
Oh, okay.
But Ghost, the little I've seen of Ghost also looks amazing. So that I would recommend, despite I haven't played it, I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I'm curious. And it is on my list for 2025. I'll say that at least.
But I do have to finish Octopath first, so.
That's a journey. That's a journey.
Because last time I played for 100 hours, so.
This one's shorter.
Is it?
Yeah, because
99.
The grinding is not as. I feel like
I did notice that.
You level up faster.
Yes, because in the other one, you had to really battle. Like, I would go like in these 2 days of just like grinding it,
And then like I feel like they made the regular bad guys easier. Then the bosses are still around the same.
It is so fun though. Like it's just it's a really fun traditional RPG game. It makes it not feel like it's turn based.
Try to look for all the EX skills for your characters.
It was known as a hard game, right?
Seemed like it at the time.
At least the extra bosses.
That's true. I remember Frank telling me about that.
I still haven't beaten it.
I remember we were like kind of reading up on it, and what people did, they found that hack where you have to kind of farm. What was it like those?
I don't know, but it wasn't that simple. Cause I've been looking at ways to do it. And I'm like, no, that's too much work. I'd rather just.
Nah, I don't care.
What was it though? Farming those potions that heal you everything, right?
Yeah, those are rare. Those are rare.
Yeah,
those are rare. I'd rather just level up more.
Yeah.
All right, so you're good.
Yeah,
all right,
I'm good.
Just for the chirp a little bit, let's ask Ray how his week's going.
Oh, he does care about you.
Oh,
how you doing?
Damn, I'm gonna have to get him something now for Christmas. I mean, I definitely already did. And it's under the Christmas tree right now as we speak.
Yeah, the tree that's over there.
It's behind you can't see it from your angle, Miles. Don't worry, it's there. Don't worry, it's there. Don't worry. For my week, let's see here. Nothing too exciting, to be honest. Been playing the Call of Duties, the Black Ops 6.
His own version of Gotcha Grinding.
Yes, but mine they got it through Game Pass, and that's only the money I've been providing for
Did you buy
that.
the Battle Pass though?
Fine. Technically, I guess that counts. Fine. I did buy the Battle Pass.
Oh, you're playing on the Xbox?
PC. I'm playing on PC through the Xbox Game Pass.
That's what's cool about it.
Yeah, because when it comes to first-person shooter, I prefer the mouse and keyboard setup. So I've been playing it right here on where we do our little podcast. But yeah, just grinding out double XP, trying to, because you got to level up every gun, and you get the cool attachments. Of course, this attachment, like your bullets, go stronger, this and that. So it's kind of a lot of grinding, but satisfying.
This camel's different than this camel. See, it's different.
Yeah, and you get nerdy about it, and then you can dump money, just like the Pokemons or the Genshin Impacts, where it's like, oh, now I have a cute anime girl, or I have now a shark man running around, or it's that other celebrity actor you kind of know and you've seen in one or two things. He's here too. You could get him if you spend money, but
there's cute anime girls.
There are.
Really?
Yeah.
Call of
I mean,
Duty?
that's the problem is like they think they're cute, but like it's like it's like
It's Western how Western people think anime art.
yes,
is.
it's like you've ever seen like those old school like how to draw manga art, but like by
Yeah.
Americans, and
Yeah.
like it's just isn't right. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
But yes, I haven't dived any more money in that, but I've just been playing that, grinding out, working.
Oh wait, so you
I'm
do
Battle Pass.
you do spend some money on it?
You can. I haven't yet,
Oh, you
but you
should.
can.
You should. One of us. One of us.
welcome, brother.
Let's watch the whole boat sequence. There
Welcome
goes.
to the Gotcha podcast over
You
here.
know you want that golden gun.
There you go.
You-
There is a golden gun too. There, sure enough. But no, I haven't done that yet. But I'm just having fun that because quick, I'm in and out. Have a free hour. I can play that.
Yeah.
The other thing I've been playing a little bit more in this last week or so is on my Steam Deck, the Guacamelee, which is a very old school indie game. Once again, it's very much Castlevania, so very back and forth, unlocking new powers, going back and forth, very 2D. A lot of Mexican culture, Day of the Dead, skeletons narrative going on, where you kind of have to save
Oh no.
the mayor's daughter, basically the princess, and a lot of video game references, and just a lot of puzzle solving back and forth and finding new secret areas, this and that. So if you like Metroids and Symphony of the Night,
I know I do.
it's a good cute little game.
I have it on the Wii U.
Yeah, it was like on everything, and I think I bought it on everything. That's the sad part. Like barely now.
If I put it
I'm
on
finally
here,
touching
if I
it.
buy it now, I will play on here now.
That's always the logic. Well, it's like $5 on PlayStation. Well, now I'll definitely play it. Oh, it's $4 on the Xbox. Well, now I'll definitely play. So it's just kind of sad. But finally playing it on my Steam Deck on the go, and it's it's a nice, pretty OLED screen and this and that. Though it did crash on me weirdly the other day twice. So I don't know if that was the game or the Steam Deck or something. But overall, it's been playing mostly okay and having a good time playing it. And I don't think it's super long. I don't think, but we'll see.
I played like 2 hours of it.
Yeah, I probably played 4 hours of it, something like that, maybe 5 at this point. But I'm enjoying it.
It was fun.
It's cute. So we'll see how that goes. I did technically start the Indiana Jones game that just came out that everyone is talking very good things about, and it's part of Game Pass, so it's the right price. But I've only played like the first level, and sure, it looks pretty. You're sneaking around as Indy. But yeah, so far I'm not like, wow, amazed, but very early on, so I'll probably talk about it a little bit more next time on the podcast. And then I guess the one thing I've really done this week that's a little bit more something to talk about potentially, depending if we do spoilers or not, which we'll have to agree on in a sec,
All right.
is I was gonna say the last season of Dexter, but it's not true because there's more Dexter coming our way.
And there's even more Dexter coming out with too.
But I guess would this be season 8, 9? What is this? What this?
I call it 9.
Season 9, the New Blood season that came out a few years ago. Just recently talked about in the last podcast, and I finished it this week.
I was not expecting you to finish.
Yeah, it was just one of those like I just wanted kind of like I need to do something for this week of the podcast. Oh, Frank is down.
Oh, I'm down. Am I here?
I think I
Yeah.
can. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There we go.
Fra-
Okay.
Frank's back.
All right, you were saying Dexter season 9. Is this the
Season
one where
9.
he's in the snow?
Then the snow, the snowy mountains of North New York City, I guess, and
Did they build
Iron
something?
Lake, Ironside, something like that.
Ironside, that's a different show.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, so I was talking about it with Frank because last time I only watched like the first 3-4 episodes, and the fact of I was liking it, but I wasn't loving it, and some of the mystery part was pretty obvious to me. But I tend to always like break
Overanalyze it too much.
without even trying, and my brain just thinks like it's probably him. Damn it, stupid brain.
I'm not even trying.
Yeah, basically, I'm just trying to like go with the flow, and then my brain.
I'm always like, whoa, I didn't see it coming. That's always me. So
Every Scooby Doo episode, Ivan's like,
I-
whoa,
no, yeah.
old man Smith again, damn. But yeah, so I finished it.
Did you like the ending?
The overall bullet point, yes. If you told me this is what happens, I would have been like, cool, that sounds good.
Let me rephrase this.
Mm.
Was this a better ending than season 8? The fact that you have to think about it.
Yes, but like to me, so the ending of the original show was like an F-, like just absolutely terrible. Just
That's
fell
why
off the
I'm
roof.
surprised you'd have to think about it.
But this is like a D- for me. Like it's like one tier above, but not like amazingly better. Because Frank was like, "Oh, this one redeems it. We're gonna face same things and this and that." So my expectation was a little high, maybe a little bit high. So a little bit my fault, perhaps. But yeah, the problem is like when we get to the halfway point, And then like the final scene, the writers just said, fuck it. Just what? How did we get here? Fuck it. That's how we get here. Everyone is just, oh, look, here's the clue right here. And look, and everyone's just guessing and assuming, oh, you did it, and you did it, and you did it. And like, but like, there's no real evidence to support the theory. But because of they're like, it's almost like the characters are looking off the screen and looking like, I've read the script. I know what's going to happen. So I definitely know you did it. Haha.
It's a lot of word nonsense, huh?
Yeah. So it's a lot of very rushed writing that when you stop and think about like, wait, how do you know that? And how did you know this? And it just doesn't hold up if you really stop and think about it. But the very end of the conclusion is more satisfying. But I don't know if overall, because I think it's 8 episodes or maybe 10 episodes altogether.
It's short, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I guess to me, because I was like so done with Dexter, like I was like I closed that book, I was done, walked away clean, and I came back and I was like, and now I'm not sure it's worth coming back. Not sure it was worth coming back.
There's a new series. We're going backwards in time,
and there's a prequel now that also just came out.
This one was gonna be C plus.
Yeah. And then now it's like literally today they announced they're gonna make another spinoff to that one now, because now it'll be 9 now.
10.
So it's no longer Dexter?
No, it's someone else.
Oh, so this season like ends it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually kind of interested.
Yeah, I don't like. It's like things I want to talk about, be like complain and rage about. But it sounds like Ivan's a little interested, so I'll be nice and keep it spoiler free.
Yeah.
But like I said, it feels like there's a certain point you're just like, how do you like? It's just like, how do you know that? Like you have no evidence to support this at all.
I'm interested now. I do want to watch it now.
Oh, there you go. Well, then I'll have to save my ranting and raving for
I think you'll
off
like
the
it.
podcast.
I think you'll like it.
Good luck. That's all I can say.
And those for reasons.
But
Racism out.
we used to say this, right? Add it to the list, right?
Yeah, there's the other ones.
Add it to the list.
Oh,
Because I added
nice.
Seinfeld to the list too.
Still haven't seen Sign. This guy. Woof, 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 woof.
Add it to the list. How many episodes? 200?
Oof, I don't know, but it's like 9 seasons.
Yeah, probably like under 200 or around 200.
No.
Less than Dragon Ball.
That's true, I suppose. Funny, but yeah, that was the big thing I did this week with a mix of results. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's it for my week. So back to you, Miles.
All right, and let's stop by Frank's corner and see how his week's going.
Frank's corner. Well, I haven't done too much different since last time. Still playing Genshin every day, getting my dailies. I did get a new character
Okay.
who I'm kind of happy I got him, but he also annoys me.
Oh.
I can't pronounce his name or spell it. It's like
what type is he?
he's a Catalyst user,
Oh, okay.
and
I hate those guys. I have no idea who these people are.
basically the magic person,
Okay.
Yeah, they hold a magic book, and usually they do like
like a
kinda
fireball.
like far away spells. They don't actually like tack up close. They kind of like they shoot from long range.
I love Robin.
Yeah. So this guy is, I think, from Inazuma. His name is like Heinzo.
Yeah, they're all those.
Hanzo.
I don't know if you know. You know?
I seen his what it called marketing for him, but I haven't.
He's like he's a 4-star. He's kind of a new one.
Oh, okay.
5 or nothing for
not
me.
new one. He's on the new banner, but he's not a new character.
Right.
Anyways, the reason I want to mention him is because he's like a monk, so he punches, which is cool. I like how he plays. But then, every time you attack, your weapon like gets sheathed or like they put it away. So after I'm done punching, his book goes behind him, like it appears, which is that's what happens normally. But then it's just like a reminder of like your weapon is a book.
Wow.
Knowledge is his weapon, Frank.
And I'm like, no, why couldn't you just give him like fist or something?
Put his hands in his pocket.
But there they fall into the 5 different categories for Genshin. It's you throw
Make a new
you
one. You can. They're lazy. They're lazy.
You're a sword.
believe it.
You're a sword user. You're a great sword user. You're a arrow guy. You're a long range magic person, or you're a healer or defense? Question mark.
Is this one of the games that never ends?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So like, what's the game?
Genshin Impact.
No, I know, but like,
What's it like? Pop quiz.
no, I mean like, how is it like? They give you like missions, like new missions, like per
Yeah,
month. or
There's a
something like that?
story and
There's basically like you go to numerous lands trying to bring light back to the world. So no, right now they're in land 5 in Azuma.
Oh, so it's called
Natlan.
Natlan. That's
What is
fine.
it called? Like kind of like World of Warcraft type of game.
MMO.
MMO.
Yeah.
Nah,
Kind of.
Yeah, it's you can't play it with co-op, so
Okay.
technically, kind of, yeah. It's Genshin, you can.
Anyways, it just bugs me that he's like a monk, but he has the equipment of a mage, and it's just
Don't make no sense.
It's just like I would wish. It's fine if he has to equip that because he needs something to equip. But just don't show me. I don't want to see that book anyway. Like you're not
away.
a magic user.
I could beat this. In Star Rail, there are certain characters that like put like a red. They're like red coloring, like red shirt. And like, okay, so he's a fire user and lightning. What? How did?
His whole life was
like you're looking at like. You sure he's not? No, he's not fire.
Well, at least you understand me.
Oh.
I'm still playing Hades. I'm like back into it a lot.
All in.
Cause now I'm trying to get all the themes where I guess when you beat the game, it shows you a little menu and try to. It just that's it. That's all it changes. And some of them are like super hard to get.
You got all the weapons and stuff already?
Yeah, but I haven't upgraded them fully.
So
probably do that next.
I was gonna say that's the one that takes the most time from my experience.
Yeah, because I think you need like 150 Titan blood.
That's the reason why I haven't done it.
Anyways, working on that. Still watching Curb Your Enthusiasm a bit. Still watching Seinfeld. Just it depends if I'm alone or not. If I'm alone, I put Seinfeld. I mean Curb. If I'm not alone, then I just put Seinfeld. But depends on the episode because if they start talking about
there are certain episodes
non-kid age appropriate stuff, then I just
the contest.
Right, that one just happened. Or what do I watch? If I can't even watch Ranma, like when they're around. I guess I put that time I got reincarnated into slave. That's
a little safer.
That's safe for kids.
Is it?
I have no idea seen it.
not that much either. But
I was gonna say I want to say no, but I haven't seen it.
Why don't you put like Digimon or Pokemon or something?
but I
you
have
go.
to put something that I want to watch too.
It's not about the kids, but therefore, kids, you should be watching this.
Look away, child.
Oh, probably the most interesting thing that I did was finish the Penguin.
Oh, right, you were mentioning it last time.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was good. It was good. Probably not to your standards. But,
No.
Could be better. I'll let you know next week, Frank. I'll let you know.
I'm sure you'll figure out what's.
I'll tell you what's everything's wrong with it.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
that'd
Frank.
be a very special podcast for him to discuss how this show how it got wrong from here.
Let me explain to you how you're wrong.
Yeah. Let me tell you.
Let's start from episode 1. Scene.
All right,
1.
episode 3, 10 minutes in, 59 seconds. He
Let's
said
go.
It was left and right. You messed up.
I am the penguin, and that was it. That's the end of that.
I think that it started off strong and then kind of dipped a little. Like I was, and it's probably just a me problem, but like there's a character girl who I was enjoying her acting, but then it changed too much, and it's like I don't know if I wanted more episodes before she changed so much, or if it's just me being a little too tired of that whole like kind of like the Joker character, Harley Quinn character type, where it's like I'm crazy, like,
right?
Like, I'm like
I get that feeling,
or maybe it's just like maybe you won't notice it, or maybe, I don't know.
Oh, he will.
I see everything.
But I don't know what
Oh, it's a penguin from the
Batman.
The Batman, the newest one.
Okay, yeah. So it's not the one from the TV show.
No.
No, yeah, it's the one that came out in the Scarecrow one, right?
No, it's
It was a Scarecrow, wasn't it?
No, he was the Riddler.
Oh no, the Riddler.
He was the
that's right,
Riddler.
Sorry.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, which one are we talking about?
Yeah, so I thought they did the show well for the most part. I didn't like the flashback episodes because I'm like, come on, I don't really care.
Right. I feel that one.
Like, I mean, it's fine if they want to tell me, but just don't make it like the whole episode.
Just a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bit.
how toy of them. Just like I'll spend like 20 minutes to like recap, and here's 5 minutes new scenes.
And yeah, that girl changed a little too fast for me, and then just that character is like a little too kind of overdone. But she's fine, I guess. And then there's this guy who also changed a little too much. I'm like, whoa. I'm not sure if I'm just overthinking it. And this is early on, so I don't think it's much of a spoiler. But he has a chance to get out, and he doesn't get out. And I felt like if it were me, I would have gotten out. Like the way they were portraying him, like he wanted to go, he should have gone, he would have gone. I guess I didn't have enough hints of him like wanting to stay for him to decide to stay.
Right.
So, I liked it. I liked it. I think the last episode kind of like redeemed the middle episodes. It wasn't like wow anything like shocking, but it was going in a direction where I'm like, Now you know what? I'm not gonna say anything 'cause I want you guys to watch it.
Yeah,
I want to.
wait for the Ray review.
I don't want to
later.
tarnish your
Spoilers.
view of or
Don't worry.
expect anything.
He
Just
doesn't expect anything, so don't worry
I'll
about
just
it.
say it started off high, went down some, and then
Came back.
it ran into like a speed bump, and it went up a little.
Okay. A roller coaster a little bit.
Kind of like a boom, boom.
There you go.
So, right?
I do think they like try to set up another season because
Uh-oh.
I could see them making another season, but at the same time, the ending is good enough to say, you know what, we're good. We're
Right,
good.
walk
with
away.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like the door is open, but
Should we go through that door?
Are we
That's the
gonna
real
cross
question
it?
to
I
ask.
don't know.
Right. I guess it depends on how many people are gonna thumbs up and watch over on HBO.
So yeah,
You mean Max?
Yeah, keep forgetting that.
I do recommend it. But like, you all see how my last recommendation went.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
I think it's good. Yeah, it's good.
All right.
It is actually probably the next thing I'm gonna watch. So I'll let you know soon,
I'll
Frank.
say fitting.
All right,
It was fitting for.
I'll send you my novel of a text.
Yeah, and starting for episode 1, and then like it's another block.
Just keep scrolling.
I thought something funny. He's like, you just watch like 10 seconds and then you send Frank a text with the trash can.
On fire, a little flame next to it.
Did I watch anything else? I put on Gotham.
Oh,
And-
wow.
Now I want to finish that because I only ever watched up to like
That's also on his list.
season 2.
In a hateful watch way, yes.
I know. I when I watched it, I wasn't like amazed at watching it, but I'm
Mhm.
like, you know what? I want to know what happens.
That's how I kind of feel about it, and I hate I do.
But it's a good like I don't know. I'm playing.
Bust out the Switch.
I'm not playing at Maple Story right now, but yeah, it's right now. Hades replaced Maple Story.
There
So
you
it's a
go.
good Hades show.
Let's see. I'm gonna have to do something like that to trick myself to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what game you could play, but
Hades.
Yeah,
No.
you doing multiple speed runs.
no. Look, as a friend,
Look
you
it
don't want
up
to
for
go,
me.
you don't want to go there. Like it's like me telling you to play
Pokemon?
Genshin Impact, or that. That's even worse.
Worse.
Wow, dang, that's like so you gotta be careful on the podcast.
You don't want to be one of those people. Hey, how's it going?
You gotta be careful because Frank's gonna come out with like you gotta make sure you shield yourself. You know?
we're like a disease, how the Pokemon fans.
You're playing on this nation.
You said it, and I agree.
I played so much that my eyes hurt.
Oh, that was me a couple of weeks ago.
I was gonna say you guys have a similar thing going on here. Wait a minute.
That's the other thing I did. I bought the iPad, the Pro.
Oh, you upgraded.
Oh,
Yeah, for Genshin.
there
I was gonna say doing a lot of artwork or creativity.
No, I
production
gotta
work.
tell you, like the first thing I did was just like go to my favorite. Oh my god, I never noticed these details. It's just because I'm playing like on the phone. It's just like I have to squint and I'm like
or if you had a PC, Frank, you probably could work.
Well, that requires a lot of assembly.
That's
to
too
do.
much. You can't walk into Best Buy and just make that happen.
Here, give me money. There we go.
At least we got progress here. So the river took you to Best Buy this week, Frank.
You know what? I wasn't even. Like,
Listen to the last episode.
why
folks.
did I go to the mall? I don't know why I went to the mall, but my brother took me to the mall.
They were there, like you know what?
The river provides. The river provides.
Why did we go? I don't remember why we were there. Because I was looking at the price. I'm like, well, that Pro is kind of expensive.
Well, the thing is, the Pro, because that's an M4 chip now. You're good. You're good for like a while.
So you did. I was gonna say. So you bought the Pro.
Yeah, I brought the Pro
Phew.
because the screen. I like the screen how it looked a little better.
I mean, yeah, it's all these.
Slightly, but you know what? For me, that makes it worth it. Like,
Okay.
Because
So
and
lovely, expensive stream.
I never like. Also, it was kind of like
You can pair a controller to it now, so you could play.
Yeah.
You could play.
Well, that is
Genshin.
true.
You could play Genshin with a controller.
But I don't want to do that. The only thing I would be
I refuse.
no, it's just like I like how the touch screen plays.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
It's
Enjoy
nice.
that island there, Frank. Enjoy that island.
Hey, you know what? We all have our preferences and things like that.
If it was
If
like
Frank's okay
Marvel
with it.
versus Capcom, okay, I would need a controller. If it was like
Well, Gonna try to
Like-
translate that like a
You-
fighting game with a touchscreen.
You know what would be amazing?
Oh no.
If you could play Maple Story on this. That and for that I would need like
you would pay all the money just for that.
I would.
Yes, you
I
would.
would. I mean-
Mhm.
Can you
Wait,
play?
wait,
You
wait,
should
wait.
be able to play.
Yeah,
I think you could. Didn't you just play it on the web browser?
Yeah, because you have the internet.
Frank's eyes just perked up.
Hey, you
Those
know-
eyebrows are just like shut up so quickly.
Whatever you can do on a computer, you can do on an iPad.
Actually,
I believe
I'm more
so.
surprised by the fact there's no mobile app for Maple Story. It's been
That is
long
also
now.
a
There,
good
it's
point.
because there's a mobile Maple Story, but it's not the same.
Oh, it's a
game.
different
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Oh.
Then you have to start from the very beginning.
I
Think
have
of the new adventure.
I
Frank.
have seen. No, it's not the same. It's not the same. Cause look, in the mobile Maple Story one, you can only have like 3 skills on, cause it's touchscreen. It's not the real Bowmaster. Cause
Oh, okay.
I would go get a keyboard for the right now, and this is probably the most important update that I've gotten.
See, actually,
You know the funny
No.
thing is, I'm sorry to cut you off.
no, go ahead.
Oh, when I was looking at them, some lady that works there was like, "What are you interested in?" I'm like, "Genshin Impact," and then she gave me a look like, "Oh,
Oh, one of those, eh? Whoa.
So you're like a sight looking disgust, like, oh, these guys.
and I'm like, and I had to ask my brother, "Did you think she knew the game?" And or because for me, I'm like, I feel like she didn't know, and that's why she shut up.
It's like the episode, like one girl from Beyond the Boundary, just like that look of disgust. Ugh.
Um,
And then he was like, "No, it looked like she knew the game." And she just
oh, she knew. She knew.
And then she said, you're good with the air." But yeah, I bought it, and I wasn't supposed to. I was just passing by, like.
That's a random thing. I was impressed by the story. You know what? I'm gonna get an
I'll drop
iPad.
$1,000 on an iPad right now.
Well, I
I'm bored.
I thought about it, and it's like I've been thinking about getting it for like every time I'm home and I play my iPad, and I'm like, damn, this is laggy. And then on my phone, I'm like, damn, this is small. So I'm like,
There's got to be a better way.
if only this bigger screen wasn't laggy, that would be perfect. And it turns out this one's even bigger than the one I have.
Oh, there you go, friend.
So-
There you go.
So I was very happy. I'm like, I just didn't know there was such ways of playing Genshin Impact.
There you go.
And I know.
But yeah. It's just I don't know when I'll build that PC, but hopefully we're strolling around and they're like, oh, this is the parts I need.
Yeah. Well, is it all like we mentioned last time? You better get it soon because boy, oh boy, PC might go up next year.
We should go.
We should go. Well, ask the river. See what the river could provide.
Come on, river, almighty river, pass on through. All right, we good, Frank?
Please do.
So you good, Frank?
Yeah, I'm good. A lot of good stuff happened.
Okay, I guess we get to the
Your turn.
right. I guess we get to the end here. I guess I recently bought Quest 3S, which is I guess a smaller version of the 3 Quest.
This is a game or a car?
It's a VR headset. I got it for
Oh.
Black Friday because it was a good deal. So I'm testing it because I had a Quest 2. It's okay. It's a little more laggy now because of the processor is old. But this one has the same processor as the Quest 3 does. Just that the lenses are a little bit cheaper. They're not. I think what do we call it? Pancake lenses or something
Mhm.
bigger. It's a lot thinner profile. This is a little bit kind of bulkier, but not as bulky as the Quest 2 is. So I've been putting this paces. I got a new link cable because my old link cable apparently doesn't work with it. So far it runs pretty well. I tried most like the What the Bat. I was playing that earlier today. It runs a lot smoother than the old one did. There's no much lags and I don't know if it's the cable or the way how it's able to process it. They actually kept my moving more. You can do your hands a little more nicer now. A lot more because I think that's the thing now. You could do a lot of mixed reality. Even so, I argue, but
It's designed for that.
it's funny. It's like, but isn't this really a VR headset? But now we're doing AR.
The Zuck needs a win.
Yeah, he needs to win more than ever right now. So it runs fine. I was also playing the Room VR. It runs a lot better than no one did. Actually,
Can you see the difference?
yeah, a lot of colors are more richer. There's not much. It runs smoother. Like when you move your hands, things like that. Because I would say it did fine for because the Room's not exactly a warming PC game, right? But You did like it did stutter when trying to move your hands around, kind of like losing my hand, like my left hand,
Just flies away.
like just like oh, okay, I guess it's gone now. All right. Well, here because the controllers are they're not Halo or they don't have the Halo
The
anymore.
little ring.
I guess now it's just just I guess the controller now it captures your hand movement. Even for example, if I lose like power in one, I just use my hand and I can use my hand.
And there's a bonus.
Yeah, overall, I think I got the Batman, the Arkham game.
Oh yeah, I do want to play that one.
Yeah, I gotta figure out brother how to.
Yeah, because put my account on yours and your account on mine, and that way we could share our collection of games.
I know the real reason why I got this because there's a Wallace and Gromit game I want to try,
Oh yeah, I heard about that too.
and then there's the Sam and Max game that really I was gonna buy on the PSVR, but then I said but it's also coming to Quest now, and then I always want to try the Iron Man game properly this time.
It does run smoother than the PlayStation version, I'll tell you that.
I tried to play that demo, not bueno. So other than that, I started a long collection grind of trying to get back into the Holoverse games. Of course, right now the game of choice right now is a Star Rail because I guess Star Rail is now crossing with Honkai Impact the Third now.
Again?
No, but this is like the actual collage. This is the actual.
It was the other game. They all sound the same after a while.
I mentioned before that it was going to do it. Now we're here.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
We're at here now, I guess. So there, because of that, it's like, well, it's been a lot of Star Rail because I think I missed like now 3 patches now, and boy, I need to level up really quick. It's one of those things. It's like, and that's a problem with slice service games. So like, once you you level your character, oh, this character's great now. I got this relics. I got this light cone. I got they're all set. Next patch. They got nerfed to hell, and you got to start over again. Like, well, you got to get these relics now.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
These relics are trash. And then the cool part now, especially with now 2.7, is now you're able to now roll for the substats now. So now you can get real nicking pages because there's your main stats on the item, and then and the
substats for yourself or the character
for the relics. Because usually the
relics.
Is
that like a weapon?
Yeah, so in Star Rail, they're like they're usually like your hands, your feet. They're like,
but they're not equipment.
They're armor, pretty much. That's the best way to describe it. But each of them have like a main stat, like health, HP, things like that. Like there's a main stat, and there are a lot of substats. Like when you level up to a certain point, like like you get like 2% more health, or things like that. But now you could re-roll for those stats. So it depends how you want to do certain characters. I guess certain characters do a lot better with more critical rate, so you try to get the most substats to increase the critical rate to a stupid amount, so that way they do a lot better. Because certain relics, if you group them all together, they do more damage. If you group it to a certain stat, like if your speed's a certain amount, then they do more stuff. It's a very tedious, long process.
It's almost like they want you to spend money.
Yeah, turns out. Well, more point because I think this is the last patch before we get into 3.0 and 3.0 because because I think during the goofy. I think before the Game Awards, they were showing like the new 3.0, like where whole new land, new stuff, things that you played we don't do anymore. We're changing the game. Oof, it's a lot of work to figure that. And I haven't get to even the other ones because it's easy, it's not that bad, but also they're also getting to their next patch. Also is another come in here, guys. But it's easy. I guess their next patch 1.4 is supposed to be like another one, like hey, you want to play this game in? You give a bunch of free pulls if you just started. Like say, brother, if you want to try.
No. Nice try, but no.
Come on, there's a girl with a sword.
How tall?
She has fluffy ears, technically.
I'm not a Togashi fan.
Aw.
I get that reference.
And you get a free character if you start now.
What she look like?
It's a guy.
I'm out.
Less interested now.
Does he do anything for me?
I want her to be a redhead with a gun, possibly a shotgun. That's what I'm looking for.
Basketball in one hand, shotgun in the other.
Short hair.
Short hair.
Yeah.
You missed it.
Think Jill.
Think
Jill.
Ooh, I do like Jill.
Okay, now.
Now you're perking me up here.
All right. Now everyone's like a little.
Hat? We gotta have the hat though.
Marvel's Cat on 2 Jill.
Ooh, I'm liking where we're going here.
What right now? We're going
Whoa. That caught my attention.
Okay, all right. Everyone settle down.
Jill? Someone say Jill Valentine?
Call us when she gets there.
Yeah. Other than that and the VR stuff, I guess eventually I want to get to the PS5 and play Lost Judgment because all those games are also getting piled up too. It's gonna be a busy year next year.
Gotta get that new one. There's even gonna be the pirate one coming out early too next year. Fake Yakuza fan. Says a guy who's like even more behind.
It's gonna be a long year next year. That's all I'm gonna say. I never even get the Game of the Year Astro Bot yet. I just want to wait for that one. But
We'll see what Santa can do.
Game
Oh,
of the
that
Year
looks
20
cool.
I hear good things. I enjoyed the little
Actually,
tech
no,
demo. Have you
actually,
played the demo?
If you play a demo, actually, the free game you get,
Yeah.
not that bad.
Yeah, I haven't played it, but someone else told me to play it. And I was about to. I was to press start, but someone distracts you and you just don't get to hit that button.
That's why you put on headphones so you can't hear the world.
I have to scream at everyone like, "Shut up! Leave me alone!" This morning,
Daddy's having his moment. This is his moment.
Because Saturday is Ramna Day, so I'm all like,
It's like on the calendar.
I'm like, get out, get out, get out! Do not come. Like, so I
Just
said,
lock the door.
so my kid, we only give him 30 minutes of iPad. I'm like, get the iPad, go.
You go to town.
Yeah, just don't be near me.
This is Daddy's time
yeah,
now.
And
then-
he's gonna go to watch this again.
And then he comes like, Daddy, and I'm like, I'm gonna bug you for piano, for violin, for homework. So you better leave.
I just imagine he closes the door, locks it, and he just switches the side. Ranma time.
And then when he gets older, I'm sorry, it's my dad's Ranma time.
It's Ranma time.
I can't. He can't.
That's all he's gonna say as he grows up. That's my dad's Ranma time.
And I guess with that, that'll end my week. So now, gentlemen, after we finish our debating battles between Pokemon and Genshin, I guess let's move on to our the main topic of this year is our 2024 animes of the year. So now, gentlemen, let's start with number 5 pick of anime of this year. Any choosers?
I can go first.
All right, Ivan, go ahead.
Okay, so for my number 5, I ended up picking Yurusei Yatsura.
Oh, okay.
Bless you.
So this one was 2022, but the final season aired.
Just kidding, God.
But the final season aired this year.
Okay.
Around when was it? Spring, maybe.
I'm gonna say maybe spring.
I think it started. No, I think it started in winter and it ended in spring.
Okay.
I was debating a lot in which one I should pick as my number 5. So, because there was actually, it was a good year for me anime wise, because there was Kimi no Toroke, there's Ranma, Yurusei Yatsura. So a lot of like things I like, they're whatever. But I ended up going with Yurusei Yatsura because this is for sure her least story-driven story of like all of them. This is probably like the wackiest one, but like the last season has like really melancholy episodes, and they're like really pretty episodes.
Well, their productions.
What's up?
The anime studio is pretty good.
Oh yeah, so and I think I said it like because I don't think I ever talked about the anime in the podcast, but yeah. So I think I like the way they kind of wrapped it up, and I think now because I always used to kind of shuffle what are my favorite shows of Rumiko, and I think I have Inuyasha last right now. So, but I need to rewatch it.
It's been a minute.
So to kind of like filter on my list of like which ones where those top 4, Missing Akaku, Ramna, Yurusei Yatsura, and Inuyasha, to see which one's first, which one's last. But I think they're gonna move around. But yeah, this is a show, if anyone ever sees it, like you cannot expect like a story because there's like no story. Only like yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Only like maybe like I believe it was like maybe like almost like 50 episodes. I think only like 8 episodes had like a story that kind of continues, or like not even continues, but like but yeah. So that's my number 5.
Okay. You have a minute left. You want to use it?
Do you have any questions?
I do have a question. Do you have any in rapid fire honorable mentions or?
I do. Should I say the honorable mentions?
We'll say that before our number 1. I think.
Number 1?
Yeah,
Okay.
before number 1, we'll do a little honorable mentions.
Like, how is it like pretty accurate to the source material, or they did some liberties
So,
to it?
The remake was like the best of.
Greatest
Okay.
hits.
Yeah, it was the greatest hits of Yurusei Yatsura. And I think like I did try the old anime. It's not that I didn't like it, but I just didn't like fall through it. So I think I watched like 15 episodes or something.
It's slow and it's long.
Yeah, it's really long. And this one, I kind of did the same thing. I'll watch it periodically. But Rumiko's like, she just has this thing where, like everything's always dumb. And then she has like that one episode.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and this is what this one does too. So like, there's always like that one episode. You're like, oh, like the characters actually kind of do something different than they typically do. But overall, it's just like 99.9 like just stupidity. Like
All right, and that is it. Anyway, I guess what is your choice? Anyone else want to go next?
Hmm?
Frank, go
He
Frank.
made a noise. He blinked.
Frank.
He blinked.
Frank blinked. Okay,
It was
Frank.
no. Okay, I'll go next. All right, I was planning on doing my honorable mentions first, but I guess we will do it later.
Hold it, Frank. Hold it in there. It'll be
Gotta
a
keep them
surprise.
at the last
It wants
second.
to come out. All right, so compared to last year, this year was underwhelming.
Ouch.
That's a good
Um,
start. Good start.
Look forward to my list, but I guess I don't know what to say. But my fifth one is Kaiju number 8.
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed it. I feel like I was expecting more when I heard who you picked it.
I believe so. I believe it was an Ivan pick.
oh yeah, I did.
It was okay. I thought it was. I liked the action. I love the opening and the ending song. I think that's what I liked the most about it.
Uh-huh.
It kind of reminded me of Metroid Prime.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
And what else? Metroid Prime and Ghost in the Shell.
Definitely.
No.
And one more thing.
Help us, IG.
And I want to say Bruno Mars.
Oh, okay. That's
I think the ending had like a little Bruno Mars.
I have to go back to it.
We'll look it up after. But that's kind of like it was just this weird mixture of things. But yeah, I thought the anime was cool. I think I enjoy action anime the most. So
Mhm.
it was like this is for you. We didn't do as well as you were hoping, but
That being said, well, don't think you're too high, but
That's why it's number 5, not number 4.
well, I struggled finding 5.
He wasn't lying about a tough year.
I liked it. It's on the edge of me recommending it. It's like
I think it's like a safe.
It's a
recommend.
solid. That's I remember we talked about earlier on the podcast and the fact of we all went like, yeah, that's entertaining popcorn. Summer blockbuster.
1 minute warning.
I'm done. Go.
There's
High
mon-
praise. High praise.
I'm done. I got nothing here.
I gotta do that.
There's monsters.
No
All right.
redhead. What else?
There's at least 8 of them. I can tell you that much.
No,
this
there's
is-
9 because
Oh, there is.
There's a 9.
Oh,
Yeah.
but you got to stay tuned for that. You got to stay tuned for
We
that.
just don't care.
Is
after
that
it.
my?
He's the best one.
All right, brother. Do you want to go next?
Sure,
or-
I'll go next. So for my list, the way I format it, kind of similar to Frank, where I went back to 2023 in our top 5, and I still think very fondly about those shows. And then 2024 happened, and maybe not as much fondness looking back in this year's roster. But doing my research, I watched 22 shows that I can recall in 2024,
Uh-huh.
and I adjusted them accordingly and ranked them all the way from all the way to 22, 1 to 22. But starting at number 5 for me was more of a character-driven story versus a amazing anime production, and this one being I think what we cover last summertime, the pseudo harem, Miles's pick from the last season. And the reason I went back to it and why it makes the number 5 slot is at the end of the day, like I said.
I remember it now. I call it Psycho Harem.
Oh yes, Psycho Harem. That's right. Frank's
that's
official
noted.
headcanon. And the reason why I made it number 5 is once again the animation is nothing amazing, but what does stand out to me in that show versus everything else I watched this year is that the romance building is natural and it slowly progresses, and it just seems a lot more believable, and you get to see it unravel and grow in front of our eyes. Versus, a lot of anime, it's like, we first kissed, if you're lucky, and that's like the end of the episode, and there's that,
Move your
right?
whole hands. Whoa.
So like you'll see that, and then like you'll see like one more scene, and then they'll get married, and that's the end of the show, right? So, but in here you get to see a lot more that they eventually do get there. I guess slightly spoilers, but the fact that like they're not an official couple till like halfway through the run. But like it's so obvious to everyone in the series, like, oh, these two are an item and this and that, and like just admit your feelings. So I like the fact that there's no like stupidity, like will they, won't they? Because everyone knows it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. Excuse me. It's only a matter of
Choking
time.
up.
I know. The feels, I'm thinking about it all over again. And so yeah, I did like the romance seemed a little bit more natural and like I said, well developed. And then just like a
1
lot,
minute remaining.
and then the humor also I always thought about the humor and how silly it was of she played these characters. I guess we'll know real
I
quick.
like how prep she is with the little bands there.
Yeah, she's ready. She's all.
She got that down locked.
Definitely going to be Hollywood superstar, where she plays these anime characteristics of anime characters, and the guy falls in love, get into it, and this and that, and the whole kumbaya, fall in love.
Wow.
But yeah, I just thought it was very playful and silliness, and the writing and the reactions to it I thought was cute and charming. And then even like I still remember my favorite scene, and it's not even like there's no words, it's just the visual gag of them going to the little sister to go see a movie that they're both not interested, and then they coming out and he's like yucking up with the little sister. And I thought that was like very cute little character moments that happen in that show that I like a lot. That isn't very verbal, but it's there, and you pick up on those little social cues, I guess.
And I guess the good part is the fact that after like a certain episode, there's still more, and there's still more to do after that whole confession. You gotta know the whole thing.
And the show also does keep going after, hey, I love you, me too, and you see more of that. So already that breaks most anime romances by
All right, and that'll be time.
and that's why you should go watch it.
Are we recommending these?
Kaiju no Mate, well, if you're bored and it stumbles on and you're playing Genshin Impact, maybe.
One thing I remember about that one is that I was watching it in Spanish.
All right, that one did have a.
And then I watched it in Japanese. I'm like, oh, it makes a big difference. In this show, it makes a big difference.
Different vibes.
Yeah, it was not cute at all in Spanish.
All right, I guess that leaves for me now. For my top 5, or my number 5, I guess. The Spice and Wolf.
The classic coming back.
Yeah. Well, it's a very good remastering. A lot of HD graphics. A lot more floofiness. But a lot of the moments are pretty much the same. For the first half, it's pretty much the same thing, just like a little nicer. Though I guess like we mentioned on the podcast, the problem is of course Hollow's more is more floofier than like scary, because if you've seen original wolf form
she's cuter.
Yeah, they really make sure like not too scary. It's enough,
just a little scary.
But overall, pretty much the first half's the same. It's just like, a little more prettier, more like, this is how you nibbled your head and how it actually looks. So it's like, oh.
True.
But the only downside, of course, is the second half with the new content, per se. Does a whole kind of like, let's say a whole meltdown, pretty much. That's the best to describe it.
The betrayal.
And then a lot like, oh, obviously she's not going to fall for this. But like, and it's all like, of course she's not going to fall. Like the whole plan scheming, how that worked out at the end just didn't really make much sense. And then, at the end, the final bit they tried did like something there for like 1-2 minutes, but no, there's gonna make hopefully there'll be more time, I guess, because I think they're gonna keep going. I think sooner or later they're gonna keep...
We don't have to wait another decade.
Yeah, even though they already spoiled like what happens at the end though. But yeah, overall it was fine. The music stuff fit well. It just that it kind of, for every moment we have action, to make sure that that happened off screen. Oh, she's over the wolves, and she's back, and the wolves are taken care of. And now we're done.
A lot cheaper that way.
But overall, it's fine. It did pretty well. It lived up to my expectations of what it's gonna be. Because I'm surprised we came back to all. Be honest. And we learned a lot about money and how currency works along the way.
And how to con young people to give away their money.
And May Lawrence should not play any gacha games, as far as we know.
You would not be good at it.
So therefore, and that ends my turn. All right. So now we're up to number 4, gentlemen. Number 4. So let's go back to Ivan. So what's your number 4 pick of the year?
So I ended up picking The Dangers of My Heart.
Okay.
For my number 4. So I do think that's what do we call it? Like a junk food?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely the Ivan flavoring, anime flavoring you like to go to.
Yeah. But this I do remember I talked about the first season a little bit on the podcast because it was one of those shows I was kind of watching that we were not reviewing, and it has a good production for sure. But the second season aired this year, and I think the thing I appreciated the most about the show that kind of made it a little bit different, kind of how you were talking about the pseudo harem. But this one is all about self-esteem. And I think a lot of shows, kind of my pet peeve when it comes to like those type of shows is like when it's like don't like myself. Oh, I meet a girl or I meet a boy and like I'm fixed.
Right.
So I don't like that one. What's that one show that's pretty popular? The one of the guy that he's like kind of like a punk rocker, or he has like piercings, and then Horiyama.
Horiyama?
Horiyama.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, because he's, and that's kind of like the premise of the show, But The Dangers of My Heart is more like, I need to fix myself.
Doesn't he want to murder her?
That's like episode 1.
That's a lot to fix.
But see, the problem with that show is if you bypass that part, it's probably okay.
It's like episode 1, 2 at
But
most.
you know,
and-
it is weird that it starts off with that, and it's slowly like, and I don't know what happened there, where it's normal.
See, like I can't
Uh.
even remember that part because it becomes like a what do you call it, like a fluff episode or
Yeah,
no, like a
well,
fluff anime.
Well, it's a dream. It's a dream after that. Like that never happened. That no happened. We were just. It was like this the whole time. What do you mean it happened the first episode?
So I do think because I do check like every here and there like what's like
1 minute.
like the hot airing animes, and I know that one was like at 1 or 2 for like when it was
Seemed
airing.
popular at the time.
Yeah. So, but I think that's why people resonated with it because it had like that self-esteem element, and I think that was like the most important thing with that show. That's like, oh, I need how do I overcome like my insecurities, my so and so. So I think that's what kind of stood out to me.
Yeah, one day I'm like to watch it because it. I remember when I was reading the manga is that the first it was like he was like into death and more like I want to kill her because that's what I want to do to her. I guess
Too much Dexter.
But then I guess I saw it soft. It's kind of like I think Nagatoro kind of does the same thing. You know.
Yeah. The thing is like I've learned something about animes that they kind of start like that because they just want
To be different and stand out.
but they just want, or I kind of view it like they want you to just not drop it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, this
Well,
is
it's like
where I
Oshi
really-
no Ko.
Yeah, kind of in that way.
Question mark, at least in my head.
And that ends.
I haven't seen the
and
other
that
one.
ends in time.
A lot of danger.
All danger. All right, Frank, what's your next pick?
You know, I was wrong.
Uh-oh.
I was wrong about this podcast.
Okay, well that's a.
The name or?
No, it's just this episode.
Okay.
I realized we're halfway through this. I think maybe we made a mistake.
Oh, yeah,
This isn't the Zelda one? Shit.
Oh God, what am I doing here? No, okay. I was wrong because we have the same pick, Spice and Wolf.
Oh, there you
okay.
go.
Is that number four?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, number 4. I mean, you beautiful words. I mean,
I know it's hard. It is hard because it's one of those things like it's like when an anime comes back like Ranma or something. When the old anime comes back in a newer form, it is weird. Kind of like I nostalgia for the old one, but this is newer. It's kind of you wish that the other one kind of looked like. To be honest, because more looks the actual like the original designs, I guess, things like that.
I did watch the old one a little bit because after I watched it, I'm like, you know what? I want to watch it and compare. I was comparing it too much to the new one, and I wanted it to be like the new one. So
Yeah.
I had the reverse effect. Just quickly about it. I thought it was interesting enough, but did not expect it to be like Reciteer Item Girl.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the parts where the Holo talked. She would be my number 1 draft pick. Like that athleticism is hard to find.
You can make a big wolf when she has to.
Yeah.
She could definitely dunk.
I would want her to dunk on me.
There it is.
All right.
It
Well,
wrote itself.
well, that's that. You and everyone else are kind of agrees. They're like, yeah.
I've seen places on the internet where everyone agrees on that
Hear
one.
me out.
That's a big list right there.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a nice conclusion enough. They have
1
those
minute.
odd moments. But I thought it was fine. It didn't bug me enough to say, oh, I don't like this. In fact, I wanted to watch the original. I just, time.
Well, at the end of the day, it's like you okay learn about money because if you don't understand how money works and that you're gonna won't enjoy a show as much as if you like care about the actual. If you care about more than the Wolf Girl.
I do like money. I thought it was kind of interesting how they added like a stock market thing.
Yeah, basically they talked about how the stock market
That's
basically works.
And yeah, I'll end it on I want her to dunk on me.
Oh, right, okay.
Is this
And
the wolf girl?
So
This is the Wolf Girl one, Spice and
Yeah.
Wolf. Mhm.
Isn't she like naked sometimes?
You know what?
Yes.
I don't mind.
She's more naked in the original one, just kind of like Ranma. These kids in their 2024, they don't have fun anymore.
yeah, all this about censorship and not being politically correct.
And I have to go to the website for her to dunk on me. Damn it.
And I'm like, I'm gonna put that in my sweet folder, and I'm gonna write this down for later.
Incognito mode, Frank, and then you're good to go.
And then
Remember
even,
that.
and even that won't save you technically. So I guess that concludes Frank's pick. So brother, it is now your turn.
For my number 4 is a show that I guess technically started last year, but I didn't. By the time we watched the podcast, and it concluded in 24, and I usually like to wait for making my choices, and so that's why number 4 we're getting Free Ren Beyond Journey's End. Is that what it's? I called it Fear for the longest time.
Freyren.
Freyren.
Get it right.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm gonna try. And so the reason why I picked this show is it does tackle things that are a little bit more mature than a lot of standard anime storytelling.
Uh-huh.
And so that's what stood out to me. Since we're on this epic journey, and it's this whole like story and journey about reflection and regret and trying to make amends and improve ourselves, self-improvement journey. So I appreciate the more mature themes that series had going on for it. Every so often, some of the humor worked for me, so that also was good to see. Sometimes it didn't work for me, which was a little bit bad. But
Poor Stark.
Oh yes, poor Stark. It's a bad setup for poor Stark, and the priest guy bounced on him so quickly. Could have used a buddy there. But yeah, the thing I did like about it a little bit more, which I was surprised about too, is the second part where we get into the Chunin exam. I thought I would not like it as much, but honestly, it was kind of refreshing to have other characters than our main three characters, because two of them are pretty similar.
I thought you were gonna call it the Three Stooges.
Two of them maybe are Stooges. Two of them are Stooges.
I really thought you were gonna say our Three Stooges.
So it was just refreshing to see other characters and see their stories, and I hope we'll come back to those characters and their plot lines down the line. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't know. I know the manga's ongoing, this and that. But surprisingly, when the world opened up, I got a little bit more interested into it, because I do enjoy the mature theme. Sometimes the very Slumdog Millionaire writing of all of a sudden remembering all these perfect little moments to sell the story was a bit of an eye roller for me sometimes. But like I said, when later on I got a little bit more interested into it, and I could see why people have something to talk about that show. And plus, just the production, the animation, the music, the scoring, the timing, the editing, the composition is amazing. And it really shows you the powerhouse that Madhouse can be, and hopefully will be again in the future with this show and any other show in the future. So believe the hype with that little elf girl, because it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
If you're out of manda, it doesn't mean you're out of options.
There you go. Take it from the old man.
Oh yeah, when he goes to fist fight, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's the fisticuffs out here.
We're gonna put that as a rating.
He was a good character.
He was probably the most likable character.
We're gonna put that as a quote. Put it on the wall. So say, because you're out of money, doesn't mean you're out of options.
There you go. Life lessons in the show.
That was funny.
All right.
I'm surprised.
So I guess it comes down to me again. So my season 4 pick.
Season 4?
Yeah, season 4 pick of this year.
Time traveling.
Right.
Wow, we should have bet on the money. Should have put the money in the cups.
Sorry, let me switch
You're too soon. You're too soon.
Whoops, sorry. Let me go back in time. Sorry, my bad. So my number 4 pick is was it My Hero Season 7?
Oh.
What?
Okay, hear me out.
Academia?
Right.
My Hero.
All right. Mine is, of course, the kind of botching because we talked about in the podcast, the botching of how that season started.
Oh, a terrible, absolutely terrible start.
But I think the build up we have between, and this, of course, is mad because we watched all seasons. We can, for the most part, the payoff we get at the end, especially, of course, the Batman arc, which Ray highly recommends.
Mm-hmm.
I think emotionally it's more invested. You're kind of waiting for that payoff because we were waiting for this long time, and kind of the way how they animated kind of panning out, and even to give a lot of more characters that at the moment didn't seem like they can do much with their power set. They managed to get creatively take care of the bad guys and kind of survive, and also have a good fight against people that are really stronger than them. Of course, we could go again with the guy who was OP as heck all over again.
The main fight maybe not the greatest part of the show,
but I think the fact that the build we get between all the small little fights and how characters we've seen your one-offs your jokey characters, things like that. No, they got a moment here to shine here. Oh yeah, I remember that from that season when even had some characters that didn't really have a major part in the story. They show up here oh, I remember that. I remember it's a lot. It feels like we're coming to the end. We're gathering towards here's this. Oh, we're doing a lot of flashbacks, a lot of setups, plot reveals, a lot of we might get a little bit here and there, maybe at the end because the next year's the last year probably.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting towards this it's kind of like the Naruto and Pain fight. Kind of we're getting to the final this is the penultimate season. Granted, it didn't end. We first saw the first episode. I gotta go. This is it. Like Ivan says, trash.
Well, I will say this. Because I haven't watched the anime, but I do think that I don't want to put my experience reading the manga to the anime, because I kind of will talk about it more when we talk about adaptations, because I have my thoughts on some things, but I always felt that the animation could give it more life,
Yeah.
you know. So that's all I can. But from a manga,
Right.
from me coming from like straight manga, because I haven't watched it since like sporadically since like season 5 or 6. Like I didn't like the manga, but you know, like I could see the anime, you know, pumping you up with the music and like I mean, it has My Hero had great animation overall. So
Does
Yeah.
hell.
Well, I think at the end of the day, it's like Demon Slayer. We mentioned before Demon Slayer. No, if you read the manga, like, oh, this is kind of
That is true.
But you know, I think animation, the way how like the voice act, a lot of number of times when you get to actual like animation makes it pop up more.
yeah, of course. Well,
And-
it's like enhancing it.
And therefore, I end my turn. So we're now number 3, folks.
I
Number
was
3.
surprised, but now I'm shocked.
Okay, so my number 3, I ended up picking. I do not remember what I picked last year. I completely blinked out. But so I did pick an anime that started in the winter and kind of had like a second arc, you know, and that was Pocket Diaries.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So I don't remember when I started watching it, or I don't recall. But
Uh-huh.
so I remember talking about Frieren last year.
Mm.
But at one point, I started watching this one. I'm like, I feel like this show might be better than Frieren.
Mm.
And it's a interesting show because
It was around December.
It was around the same time. They both were around the same time.
they were both
happening.
winter that had like a second arc.
Yeah, because I think
Mhm.
Frank technically picked it for the podcast, but then dropped it. I think for the Elf one. Yeah, I think that's how
No,
that worked.
never you got to a tie, and then since Frank won last season.
Oh, right.
before-
Remember when we used to do wins?
but that's totally what happened because that got dropped and that
Yeah,
one won.
But that one was one of those that like had like 20 something episodes. So it wasn't like a 12, 13. It was like a 20.
Yeah, it
something.
kept going. Yeah.
Yeah. So it basically the show is about like the Chinese dynasty and like like all like the bureaucracy that goes into
Right.
it.
Mhm.
So it's a very it's interesting show. If I'm being completely honest, I think the like final last episode, if I'm to still kind of compare to Frieren, I think the
Flower girl.
The medicine girl.
yeah, Medicine Girl had a really beautiful last episode. And like I think that it just like the storytelling was very like unique and rich. It was just like a lot about like family and like, tragedy. So it has
warning.
yeah, so it has a lot of those elements. It's the reason why I guess I didn't pick it higher was because the writer is doing a lot of like what you call like the Togashi. So there's
No.
Starts things and just gives up on them.
not that they give up, but it was funny because at one point you feel like you're gonna get some resolution, or you're gonna get secrets revealed, and the character literally goes, "I'm not touching that," and it goes back to like pretend like it never happened, pretend like I didn't see it, and I think, and I'm like,
You get that secret, you bury it under the rug.
and I've looked it up, and apparently like even in the like light novel, it still hasn't been revealed, and I'm like, damn, like,
Saving that for later.
but it's like
Little snack.
way later. So
How long did you get the Hisoka fight?
What's
yeah.
the cutoff?
So I was like, I think, but it's honestly not even negative. It was more like, because I was like,
Right, you're
I was like
into
at
it.
that point, I'm like, oh, this is like, I'm getting like,
Here we go.
and it's like, no, let's
Easy there, easy. Don't get too excited now.
let's give it another 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons, and then we'll get there.
Also sounds like a little bit like One
Alright.
Piece
And
sometimes.
unfortunately, it's time.
I do have that on my list. I haven't got a chance to. Might be next year's list. Never know.
Yeah, it could be on the list next year.
Never know.
All right, Frank, what's number 3?
I have to listen to the openings for that. Okay, so this is. I feel like maybe you guys might be surprised by this one.
Uh oh.
Oh,
Comes the twist.
And
Bum bum bum.
I haven't finished it, but I like.
He believes.
I liked it enough to put it on the list because I was thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? It didn't think it would be something for me, but I watched like the first 6 episodes like in one day, and I was like cracking up on all of them. So number 3 is Acro Trip.
Oh.
I just really liked it. It's just it's so stupid, like something you were mentioning earlier, Ray, where I think for Psycho Harem, where the little details, I feel like it has little details where they're talking and someone in the background does like little expression or little noise.
Little things.
Yeah. That's just, it feels like I'm watching a sitcom, like
can see that.
Seinfeld or something, and it's just dumbest thing that they're
It's really dumb.
like. I'll say the one where they're trying to go in the building to save the girl, and there's like, but it has a sign. Like,
Can't go in.
Can't go in there, and then the cat's like, it has no pets too. Like, so it's just dumb things like that. I enjoyed it a lot. I haven't finished it, so I don't know how it ends.
Surprise.
But and right now it's a strong. I know it's kind of spoilers. Strong contender to win this season for me.
Ooh, really?
Ooh, there you go.
I enjoyed this, Frank.
But-
Thank you
but-
very much.
Mousy enough.
To be fair,
Yes.
I haven't finished the other two either.
Mm.
So
I'm okay with that.
but
As long as I'm slight
Just
edge,
watch the good one, the
This is-
important one.
Frank, just a slight edge. I'm good. A slight edge.
Miles, this is when you give Frank the money. This is when you slide him the money.
Yeah. Your payment will come in the mail next week.
right now it's on top. So I was shocker. I was like, I watched it first because I was thinking it was gonna be last. but
Plot twist.
Oh my god.
So much faith.
I think that the way you describe it is kind of how I think about Yurisa Yatsura. Like it's like it's you can't. There's no seriousness into it, but like there was a scene that she's like chomping on the guy's head, and it's just like what? Why?
How's that a
Just-
thing?
It's just like why? But there it is. You know. It's,
yeah. So basically, I just enjoyed it a lot.
Well, that's good, Frank. You have fun. This time you have fun with this at least.
Told you it could be. Well, it's in my video. If you check it, I said it first. Could be the secret gem of the season.
I did watch your video.
No.
Well, see, there you go, Frank.
And I think you skipped it.
I technically did, but I did say afterwards. But it probably I'm gonna regret it. And look, so far I am right about that. I regretted it. And it seems to be the hidden
All
gem.
right, and that's time. All right, brother.
All right, my turn.
Another. Let's see another winner here. Roll dice.
Well, speaking about silly shows that tickled my fancy, that also for actually something that came out officially just this year. If you want your restrictions of 2024, have I got a title for you? Another Miles picked from this last year.
Good,
It's
brother.
your
Good.
year.
Miles is doing well this season, or this year, I guess. And I am picking "Tis Time for Torture Princess" because, man, oh man, is it just stupid and funny and silly and doesn't take itself seriously. And you can see the gag. It's coming a mile away. You know, you're just waiting for the shoe to drop. And yet when it still happens, I still find myself laughing. And when you could pull that off, then you got a good thing cooking and happening here. And so that's what you get in this show. For those who don't, because it's also kind of a cult classic, a hidden gem. There's this princess who's like supposed to be this tough warrior fighter out there. She gets captured like in the first 2 seconds of the show, and she's supposed to be tortured to get answers to reveal the secrets to the evil demon lord and his minions. But it's not serious at all. She is a prisoner, but she always breaks out her cuffs and does like these things where clearly she could leave if she wants to, but she chooses to stay because they always threaten her like, if you tell us your secrets and we'll give you this best hot fresh bowl of ramen or something silly and over the top. And of course she's like, no, I'll never I'll never spill the secrets of my kingdom. But then it'll be like, we'll put some chili flakes in. It's like, oh, chili flakes. That sounds great.
The best one to me is with the dog. The little dog is like, come on, that's it. The dog's kind of looking sad, like, oh.
Let you play with the dog?
Oh, is that not the cub? The little bear cub.
Yeah, well, that's what it was.
And he makes a noise.
It's like, oh, he's so cute. And she just always breaks every time and gives in to the dance. And it's always like something very stupid, like they clean the janitors clean on Wednesday. And it's just like, okay, what does that do? It does nothing. They never evade the country or attack.
The best part, what a best dad the demon lord is. He's like, oh, we can't do that because I'm going to take my daughter out there.
Right.
oh, to me, one of the funniest things of him is that they live in an apartment.
Yeah, because like he's like this big castle, but he doesn't really live there. He lives like in a single Japanese room apartment with his wife and his little daughter, and like very silly, cute, wholesome moments involving the demon lord and this and that. And then later on, they kind of like an interesting relationship between the princess and the demons because, like I said, they're all really just friends and they're all just being silly together and they're all kind of in on the act where she could escape, but she's like, oh no, go ahead and cuff me. I'll pretend like, oh, you caught me, darn it, this and that. So it's very silly, very cute, very wholesome. And like I said, I kept laughing, and in a comedy, what else could you ask for? But so that's why you should check out "'Tis Time for Torture Princess."
Can't wait for next season 'cause it comes back.
I am pretty excited about that.
I will definitely, if not official podcast, I'll definitely part of my weeks. I probably most likely because it was funny.
When
I
does it
forgot
start?
that was this year.
When does it start?
In January.
Oh, really? I thought that was
that's cool.
next.
Yeah, it's winter.
No, but that's a
Oops.
full year, right? Because it started last winter, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that is a nice turnaround.
I'm pretty sure it starts in winter. I know it starts next year. I know it does.
We don't have to wait
Well,
10
I mean,
years like
it
Spicy
started
Wolf.
last winter anime.
Yeah,
right?
last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it should well.
Sounds right. It's
Yeah,
all blur.
it was very fun. I can't wait to go back to it again.
Alrighty there, Miles. Now it's your your third pick for this 2024 season or year. Damn, I keep saying season.
All right, for me, number 3 is a show that we view kind of a little side project here on the podcast. Was it The Magical and the Evil Lieutenant?
Oh, speaking about silly.
Because for one, it's Bones. Like there was something when
It was pretty.
There was something when my hero was like, we have time. Let's just throw this like 10-minute anime. We're good. And it was like probably does more has a bigger budget than most 10-minute animes.
That's true.
Shout out to that the Transformers sequence. But overall, the fact that before we get to like because there's a lot of like a tragic story, I guess, because unfortunately the person who made the manga, she passed away before she finished it. So it was a lot. Like I didn't know this until after we were
Right, we didn't know this
doing
until after the podcast.
it. So you could get like because a lot of the stuff was kind of inferred like how it would have gone anyway. But the fact that there was that aspect and I didn't know about, and the fact that overall the balance between him trying to be the evil lieutenant and him but every time she said wow, and that's out the window. Sorry, goodbye, hello. I'm sorry. I'm going to buy this fruit bowl now. Excuse me a minute. Whatever, you want cake? Yes. Oh, yes, ma'am. I'll buy it for you. Yes. And the fact that my co-course, and she lives in a broken apartment. And the guy who's basically a acoustic cat, basically, who might be a real person. And overall,
He's an angel.
It's the show does a lot of unique things. Right, in 10 minutes, it does get a lot of good heart, a lot of like, even him trying to be in love, falling in love with this girl, like he does that. Oh, as a still Chris, like, why you let this happen to you? Why do you? He tries to have more care than other than just be more involved. Like you should stick up for yourself. You should not like let this happen to you. Like, you should try to take better care of yourself, right?
Feels.
And also the silliness because he's like my boss will know that I'm actually in love with this girl over here. Yeah, yes, I'll take care of her, boss. Yeah,
He's a hard worker.
But the football gags him break his glasses and he has a pair of glasses and breaks those glasses. And I said, and the best part like it's 10 minutes, so it's a quick in and out. You have your you have your moment here, but you can because you always want to watch more. And overall, I think before we knew the story behind it, I thought it was pretty fun for being like a 10-minute. No, yeah, like 10 minutes. Yeah, sure, put this on and it'd be fun. And I said it's well anime because it's Bones. So that's why I chose number 3. Oh, I guess I could lose my turn. So now we're back now to number 2, gentlemen. That's right, number 2.
Getting close.
We're getting close to the end here. So, Ivan, what is your number 2 pick?
Yeah, so this is as I was mentioning, the way I broke it down mentally was the second half. So and this is the one where I did pick Furin. So so the first half was like I think before the second part started was the how do you call it, the Juju exams?
Yeah, shooting exams.
So that's like kind of like
its own separate it's arc, I guess.
Yeah, so it's arc. So it's the one I ended up choosing number 2. I think that, as Ray said, the music, the animation, the pacing of the show, like it just had like a lot of it's a very well made product, and I'm not saying that like takes away from the story, but it you feel you're in good hands.
True.
You feel like you're in good hands. So I think that it's just been one of the more shows I've enjoyed, the last couple of years, I guess,
It's fallen off though. From 1 to 2, oof. Tough times.
Oh yeah. I guess you said a lot of things already what I kind of thought that I think when I think about, like animes, like I think about moments, does something stick out, and I think it had like some very memorable scenes, and I think you know what I'm talking about when the doppelganger one or that one scene, and I think it got a little bit more actiony. But I personally still like the slice of life episodes, but I think it does. I think it was needed,
Yeah, I felt that way too.
It was like needed, so it kind of gave you like, but I still like it still had like the slice of life like element somewhat. Like, what was one of the exams? Catching the bird.
Right.
And then they're like, oh, if we dry up the water. Yeah, so
there's different ways to solve the problem that didn't involve punching or shooting laser beams.
Yeah. And how you mentioned the characters, the old man, I forget his name, but the old man,
Darwin,
something like that.
Yeah, he was.
I'll
cool.
believe it.
So you have like, I think that's one of the things I like about it too, that you have a lot of characters, and it's not like just like, kind of like the Goku story,
Right,
and just
right.
like the Naruto story, or you have like a lot of characters, and I think they all get like their moment to, you get not even just to shine, but to get to know them.
Right, get to know them and give them purpose,
Yeah.
even if it's a small purpose. You'd be surprised a lot of animes, they forget about things and just go like, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
So yeah, so that's my number 2 pick.
Okay. Frank, what's your number 2?
Number 2. Let me check.
Frank notes.
Frank knows, but that's but Frank knows.
Play more Genshin. Just in
Oh,
capitalize.
More Primo gems. Yeah, I enjoy this one a lot. It had some questionable choices, but
Okay.
because
Hmm.
I just remember what certain people said.
All right.
But I mean, personally, it was really nice. I was into it every episode,
Okay.
and I had to ask Ivan because I didn't know that was this year. Because I'm like, I don't know what to pick because I don't know what I watched, and we were going through. I'm like, oh, okay. So basically, I liked Solo Leveling.
Oh.
I know certain people didn't like it,
Was not my thing.
but to me, I look past those like
Flaws?
unusually flaws where I guess
All of them? No. Just
all of them. Just you know what? Now you know why I like Dexter.
there you go.
I look past things and I'm fine. But yeah, it's just a good for me action show, and I like video games, so I kind of like how he could check his stats and stuff like that, and then I'll just picture like, I want to play this game.
Now, it's definitely a Frank thing.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a good way to describe it. It's a Frank anime.
Yeah.
Is it getting a second season?
Yes, that's also I think happening sooner because they
I want to say they said 2025.
right now
but I could be
you
wrong.
no, right now you can watch. There's a compilation film that's supposed to lead into the next
Oh, that's
season.
I
That's
liked it.
Yeah, I heard about a movie. Yeah, not much to say. I just liked it. I just
It's
liked it.
really good.
It's good. This one I do recommend. Now finally I'm recommending stuff. We're at
5, 4, 3. They're okay, I guess.
Okay, now number 2.
Choose now. We're cooking
Now
now.
we're getting to the cooking. Now like
These are shows I would recommend. Fair enough. Fair enough. It does have action. I'll give it that. It does have action.
well, it helps is also A1. So I mean,
They know how to deliver then. The SAO people can still deliver.
I'm done by the way. I don't know. Guess we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
In all fairness, I think it was mostly just me that didn't, because it's power fantasy and I'm just like, I'm so tired of power
Again,
fantasy.
you're like
Again.
well, it's like SAO yet again.
And that's the problem. Like, well, my
And
feelings
how,
of SAO is so
and
mixed.
how long his chin is, and like how.
Oh, when he,
Yeah, it grows 2 feet tall. Oh my god, so lovely.
I thought it was 2 different characters when I was like,
right.
yeah, I thought it was like his like mentor was gonna show up or something.
It's older brother or something.
Yeah, like because they look
Senpai.
completely different.
And, like, everyone's
See?
just like, no problem. He's like 25 and grows a foot. Everyone's like, no problem here.
he must be doing push-ups.
But he was. Right, he was, right?
See, you do enough foot.
It was like I can't talk. One man punching strats. They do work. They do work.
You do 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, and 100 kilometers.
But does
a
he
day.
drink plenty of juice? That's what we need to know.
Yeah.
I
Is he
mean,
Mondo cool? The
There
real
you
question
go.
to ask.
Double references.
But I did like it though. Personally, I did like it.
Once again, I was the odd man out on that one. Like I said, if you're new to that and that's what you're looking for, it does check those boxes.
Oh, I guess that was interesting. We still don't really know the story.
No, we don't know who's behind it all. It's a mystery.
That'd be a fun part. Hopefully, we figure out later on.
Season 2?
Hopefully it delivers.
Yeah. So now let's hope that Ray will deliver.
Oh no.
His number 2 pick.
Ring ring, it's your anime order driver here to deliver you my number 2 pick.
It's Jin Woo. He here's to give you these samples.
Did he get taller? Interesting. Anyway, but yes, number 2 for me was an anime I talked about in 2023, anticipation of watching it, but I didn't get a chance to watch it to the very, very beginning of 2024, and I had to look through our podcasts, conversations to remember this title. And once I remembered, I'm like, oh, I love this show. And technically, I guess for me, it'd be a 2024 show. I just probably remember 24. But anyway, the show I am talking about and I refer to multiple times on the podcast is a little thing called Pluto that is available over on
yes.
Netflix. I have already, well, before the anime came out, I read the original manga, which was made by Naoki Urasawa, who's very famous for very suspense thriller series like
He made Monster.
Monster is the popular one. Billy Bat, and I forget the new one's
Master
called.
Keaton.
Master Keaton, that was also him. But all of them, you can tell it's one of his works because he has a very distinct art style, and two, like I said, they're always like mystery thriller based. And I really like his works, and so I was very excited to hear finally we're gonna get an anime adaptation of a series based on him. And plus, it's also based in the Astral Boy world, which also I'm a fan of. So put these two things together, I was very excited for it. And surprised enough, they were able to live up to my expectations and the hype when it comes to the thriller and the mystery part. And the way they incorporate Astro Boy into the story is really well done, because the easy answer is just put Astro Boy in the front and make it about Astro Boy. But the main protagonist is a whole different robot that is the original character for this.
Geralt? I don't know why.
German sounding.
I think that's, I don't know what thing The Witcher right now.
Gerald, that is that guy. Something like that. Gestalt?
Yeah, I made Gestalt.
It's very German because he loves European names in all his works.
No, you won't tell me.
I know, right? But anyway, so yes. So yeah, it's, you got the sci-fi, the mystery vibes, and the build and suspense, and they did a very good faithful adaptation from his manga work and brought it into animation. And so yeah, I like that. And like even there's like a little blackjack reference that they really sell it better in the anime version than the manga version. So once again, as a Tezuka fan, did enjoy that as well. And yeah, I think overall it's a sweet, precise story. I think it's only like 6-8 episodes long, so it's just the right amount length. It tells the story, well paced, well done. And it kind of has a very bittersweet ending, which I also do like in my very, LA noir / what's the other, Chinatown, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff going on with the bittersweet ending.
It's weird seeing Astro Boy characters in his art style. It still twists me every time.
It is interesting to see the differences because they're very completely different art styles. But if you want a good thriller story and you also just old school anime fan, Pluto is a easy recommendation you should check out.
We watched the professor go like, oh, so that's how you do it in a realistic. No,
Professor Big Nose, as he is in the American dub from the 60s.
Like, this actually works.
Oh, Dr. Tenma, super great. Love Dr. Tenma.
Yeah, the OG.
What a dick.
I saw like a little short.
Poor Gendo's like this, man. He's the guy who looks up.
He's supposed to get Tenma in his office. Yeah.
I saw like a little short of that show. It looks dark.
It gets there. It's a little. It's not super violent because it's all robots, but let's say it's at least PG. At least PG, because it does get to handling heaviest topics, and in particular, a lot of the story make references to like the Iraq War. So a lot of parallels to that. If you grew up in the 2000s, you could see the similarities. I kicked my phone off the table for some reason.
Off it goes.
So excited.
I'm done. I'm out.
I'm out of here. But yes, Pluto. Go watch it.
All right. I guess we're back.
Where is it on?
Netflix, right?
The Netflix joint.
It is an exclusive on Netflix. You do need to get that one.
I guess for me, number 2, we talked before. I'm gonna say it here again. Pseudo Harem.
Oh, creeped its way back on the list.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's right. Frank, it's back, baby. Because like you said, despite it's I think we mentioned it's like Rihanna. Yes, animation's a little cheapy here and there, but the dialogue between the two main characters and the way how they interact with each other and the way how it naturally progresses, like it's not forcibly getting romantic, but obviously the get go she says I like him, and he's kind of likes her too. But it's more a playful coy. Everyone knows it. He knows it. The friends know. Everyone knows it. But and the fact that overall most their interactions are pretty isn't to hear about because there's a lot of daily things and how their relationship grows and things like that. And the end sounds cool. A lot of the opening endings are pretty nice too.
That song, the opening of that show, I freaking love it. I love it. I listen to it all the time.
It's on your Spotify wrapped up list.
It's probably, I would call it maybe the best opening of the year.
Ooh,
that's a.
Oh wait, no, there's another contender.
There's another.
I just thought of another contender.
But overall, it's like they said, that just the characters and the way how the story progresses, and the fact that we have detail eventually, yes, these two eventually do get married. It happens. We
fixed that manga issue apparently.
Yeah, because it's like they do, right? There's You better
I
get
better.
and the fact that you can open and close it as it's one and done, kind of like Tomo-chan, right? It's like one and done, and that's it. We're out.
Oh, Tomo-chan. I'm like, which one's that one again? Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I'm like, wait.
For
Tall redhead, Frank's favorite.
It was a good show for not, but you just forget it, huh?
Kind of. I mean, I did put in my list. I think I give it second or third place for me.
Man, they did pretty well.
I had it last year too. Yeah, that's right.
I think he had it at number 5.
Okay,
I don't know why I'm remembering that now.
And everyone likes Mitsuru for some reason, the cold-hearted person. And of course, we said everything before. I conclude my turn.
So we are gonna say our like other 5 picks, but like shout outs?
Yeah, just quick little shout outs.
Yeah, like up to 5. Yeah.
Okay, so no particular order, but
Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. I was freaking excited about the show, but Kimi ni Todoroki. That's my.
I just realized it didn't make it.
I compare it to like you love this game, and then it gets to that part where it's not that very good, and you're like, oh, why? But but within that season,
right,
as one of the most beautiful episodes. It made me cry. It made my wife cry. I feel like
it made the kid cry.
Yeah,
the dog cried too.
Yeah, it's freaking gorgeous episode, and I think if the season, because it's one of those seasons where the writer just wants to make drama, and they kind of make problems when there shouldn't be problems. But in season 3 is when you really she starts kind of branching off the main couple and going into the other characters, and that's where you get some of the other storylines, and you get that one episode I'm talking about, because I think it's like 4 episodes, 3, but they're long. I think
I know which one you're talking about now, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's the one.
That storyline.
It's the one that has to do with the family, or like I don't want to give no spoilers.
I know the story, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's a good one.
It's just so it's that one, and then an honorable mention. I'll do the This Time Princess.
Oh, just time for torture.
Yeah, and then another one would be Oshinoko. So that's 3, right?
That'd be 3.
And then another honorable mention would be Ramna. Yeah. So I think
surprise there.
Also, but also with the blend of like the old anime too, because I was like kind of
double dipping.
Yeah, because I read somewhere that she said that she wanted to make a show that you can kind of pick it up wherever, and you really can't do that. You're like, oh, I remember this little part, and you kind of go there. Oh, I remember this part, and so you can kind of jump around. You don't have to like be linear,
right.
And that was kind of her plan for that show. So I bought the OVAs. You know about the OVAs, right?
I know of them.
Yeah, so I bought those.
You got everything. We're all.
It's because I have them, but I got they didn't have the movies, and I bought the movies. The movies are horrible though. But
that's what I remember. It's been a long time.
But so that's 4, right?
That's 4.
So and then I guess I'll give it to Kaiju.
Kaiju, all right.
Okay.
Let's give a hat of Kaiju.
Yeah. But so my number 1, I'm gonna give it to Dan.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So that was I will say kind of like a warning. I think the first episode is people should be kind of warned about it, because it is pretty intense, and it has that the one scene.
You never know.
I guess the sad part seemed worse.
Yeah. So I know I have heard people complain about it, so I feel like it's something I do always want to throw out there. Like
true, I can see that.
Yeah, but I love the characters. I absolutely love the characters. It's been just like I kind of wish my hero would have done things like that. Where like just don't worry about like the villains, or don't worry about this. Just have the characters interact with each other. Have they talk, and this show does that, and it's it's funny. And what I liked about it is like when I started watching, I have like no idea what's going on, and then once like like now it's like episode 10 or 11, it's kind of like starting to give you like what the storyline's gonna be, and so I'm like really excited for it. But just the way you say, you get kind of nervous, because like when something is, I feel like it's like really strong at first, I feel there's probably more chances it's gonna dip.
Roller coaster again.
Yeah, so we'll see like in the future seasons. But as far as like up to now, it's for sure has been my favorite show or anime I watched. I mean, and that's what I was gonna say. The intro, it's probably I think I don't want to say it's better, but it's for sure. I think it's more popular than the
Yeah.
For sure. Maybe a little too popular.
Yeah. But see, my wife stalks me, so don't skip it. Like, so I mean,
Put
like,
down the remote.
yeah, don't. And even I'm like, yeah, like it's almost like it has to kind of like be a part of like your viewing of
Well,
like.
it's kind of it reminds me when we talked about Scott Pilgrim. We kind of it's one of those like openings thing like you want to keep playing it regardless because it's
I kind of see that connection.
because like well China Star also helps.
That also does.
But it's a catchy song. It fits in whatever, and they're doing more creative things that a lot of other anime studios don't really try to do because they're thinking more kind of like more artsy, I guess.
It's a very artsy show. Very.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Beautiful animation for sure.
Yeah, and I think the character once again, like I'm gonna go back to the characters. You know, like I don't think there's a character I hate in that show. You know, even there can be a little like obnoxious. You know, like like they'll show that the character very obnoxious, but they do what you always talk about. They talk to each other. They like, hey, I said this, and I think I didn't. I want you to know I didn't mean that. You know, they do things like that, and as I said, I wish like other shows like other shonens, you know, they would take that moment to do a little bit of those things, and yeah, it's just kind of a very wild show overall.
All right, Frank, do you want any honorable mentions before you start your number one?
Yeah, but before I'm not watching Dandadan because I feel like I'm gonna like it. I'm like, I'll leave it for next year. But that opening, my nephews like it. They like
it's super popular.
It's stupidly popular.
I put it on, and they're like, "Oh, let's put it on."
There you go.
Anyways, yeah, honorable mention. Let me get my list. Okay.
You can just scroll out.
So the reason, because I actually like my honorable mentions more than my.
Okay. So
You should talk to the person who made your list, Frank.
So the list is trash, and now this is where real things come in.
The real
Everybody.
list. No, it's just that
You fools.
I disqualified all of these because I don't really like. For me, they were like last season's stuff, or it's already like a continuing one.
Oh, I see.
So I have a little bit more. I have like 6, I think. One Piece, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Hakateri Diaries, Oshinoko, and Frieren.
So literally all the sequels.
Yeah, so it's like I did watch new episodes this season of those shows,
Right.
but I kind of like, for me, I'm like, I'm not gonna a fresh batch.
Or the freshest.
Yeah. So that was fast.
He looks so surprised, like shit.
Now what?
Oh yeah. Well, my number one.
The number one, Frank.
The number one is not really number one.
It's not. I'm just
Would you
kidding.
recommend this one?
Yes, but I know you don't like it.
Dexter.
My number one, it kind of have the same feelings as Acro Trip, where I was just watching and every episode made me laugh.
Starts with an F?
Yes, The Fable.
Yep.
Starts with a T.
Oh, it's a big capital F for me.
Well, it's fantastic for me. It's just, I don't know. Just, it was good. It made me laugh. I thought the character was cool enough for me. Did not like the movie.
All right.
Did not like the movie.
I just realized I didn't watch the second part of it.
That was the right decision there.
It had a second part, right? Yeah, like another.
Yeah, there was more afterwards.
Another core, you might say.
Yeah.
Wait, did it?
It did.
There was, because we only covered. Wait, I thought you said you saw that part. No, Frank? It's been a long time though.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember it being very long.
Well, there was more than 12 episodes because we only covered the first 12 with the.
Was
the
I think I missed it.
Really? Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
there's like.
Whoops.
He was too busy watching live action. You watched the wrong one, Frank.
Yeah, it went up to like episode 26 or something.
No way. Oh, I gotta go back.
Merry Christmas, Frank. Merry Christmas.
The gift that keeps on giving.
You didn't watch a lot of the rest of the anime. There's another part.
Well.
There's a sequel.
Nice. I mean,
DLC
there is 2
unlocked.
movies. There is 2 movies.
He survived.
Yeah, I liked it. I think I put it on top of Solo Leveling because I like the ending song. I'm done. The ending song. I like the ending song a lot, and
Who's your turn?
I'm done. I give the chair to. Or
all right, put a big asterisk right there. Like
a chair.
Like
it's a chair. What I don't know. What
The
the
mic,
baton?
the mic.
The mic.
There you go. See,
But we each have a mic. How does it? No. Wait a minute.
the
Who's
speaking
the-
stick.
Speaking stick. My favorite speaking stick. All right, I guess for me, my honorable mentions, I will pick something else that technically wouldn't be my 6 through 10 because maybe YouTube content, wink, wink. But I'll talk about some of the other ones that didn't make the final top 10. The easy ones being the sequels would be Oshinoko, Demon Slayer, and My Hero Academia. Once again, I really actually enjoyed that season.
Macadamia.
I am
Academia. Macadamia.
Who are you guys?
It's what's the best we're gonna get for that show. So I need to cash in now. So I'm cashing that in 2024.
Frank, it has a Batman arc.
Wait,
That helps a lot.
That alone can mention
I
itself.
have a question. Do you think it's gonna end good or bad?
No, it's gonna end terribly. But it doesn't matter. Every other shonen does.
He's here for the Batman part, and after that,
Yeah, no, there's like one more good stuff, and then it's gonna be a shit show. But I don't care.
I don't want to ask too much. I'll just watch it.
They're all
But I'm
different.
very curious what you guys mean about Batman arc. Don't
Well,
tell
there's
me.
2 Batman arcs.
Don't
I'll
tell
tell you that. But anyway,
No me digas.
so anyway, non-sequel, non-sequel things that didn't make the cut would be Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. We talked about on the podcast. So if you're curious, we talked about it there in the very beginning. I liked it a lot. It was kind of neat to see a sequel, quotation marks, from live action comic book to now an anime adaptation, something you don't see
and
very
the fact
often.
that anime pretty well, you can argue like it kind of fits the way how the art style is.
It does work. It does. They did a very good job. Like I said, making an American property and giving that little Japanese flavoring, I guess you
I
could
didn't
say.
like it, that one.
Well, you have a terrible printing frame. You also like the Fable, so. But what else do I have? I have Fully Coolly Alternative. That came out some years ago, but finally watched that one.
It's
Doesn't
the best going to get.
that's the saying. I was gonna say it's not amazing, but it's the closest they're ever gonna get to doing Fully Coolly.
Can't wait for
Right.
Shoeglaze, the sequel to that.
I'm sure it's not gonna be great. The best movie of the year, and I guess even won an Oscar. Miyazaki's The Boy and the Heron.
No.
It has problems. The ending is pretty horrendous, to be honest.
There's an ending?
But the whimsicalness of Miyazaki being Miyazaki there's a reason why he's the goat, the legend, as the kids would say. So I was happy to experience that one more time in theaters, because I don't know if we're going to get that experience one more time.
It was pretty.
It was pretty. Then the other 2, I have The Elusive Samurai. It is.
You added that one?
It also pretty. This is like technically number 14 on my list, so I'll just give you a little placement. It swung for the fences. The animation was fantastic, super saturated. The loved colors constantly, but the jarring thing about the show, as we talked about previously on the podcast, so if you want to hear more, you could check it out on our listing. It's very happy-go-lucky, but a lot of like murder and death also occurs. So the juxtaposition of the two can be rather jarring.
And open-ended really lies at the end of the day.
They're amazing, but boy oh boy, they are nothing but lies.
Wait, did I missed this episode, right?
Yeah,
I
think
believe so. Yes, you were.
Yeah, I think I remember talking about it, but I didn't come.
Yeah, was it? Where were you?
Where were you?
I was just talking to Ivan about it. I was just like, I didn't like that it made murder like fun. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, what?
The one thing that
Too much Dexter.
when I think I kind of lost like it, or because I was kind of vibing it for a while,
Right.
but when he's like 9 and he's fighting like a grown man and he's like keeping with the swings, I'm like, I don't know, man.
Seems a little unfair. Probably a little. And then my last honorable mention, just for Miles here, was Boshi the Rock. At times, that show has potential to be really good, but it relies too much on the one gag of, oh boy, she's so awkward and nervous, and oh, she turns to mud puddles all the time.
Goes into like those air spray, a lot of weird things.
But to give it some credit, once in a while, it tried to do like, I want to be in a rock and roll band, and how does that happen? And play live in a concert venue. They do talk about that way more than K-On! Ever does, so there's that. But also, the K-On! Has the animation by a long shot still, so that's why I might prefer that one
I hope
versus that.
the movies are going to come out on Hunter sometime this year. The movies will make a little bit, because it's supposed to be a little nicer, the movie part, because they divide there's 2 movies of
They redid some scenes.
yeah, they read the scenes. I've seen picture like screenshots of it,
Comparisons.
like it does look nicer.
All right, so that's it for Honorable Mentions. Now time for my favorite anime of the year. It was not a show that came out in 2024, but in fact, I think the show came out in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. But we did confirm we are getting a second season, I believe, next year. So mark it on your calendars.
Yeah, I think I know what this is.
If you listen to the podcast this year, you definitely know what this anime is because
I know this before I even know it right now.
I was glowing the whole time I was talking about it, and I am talking about Call of the Night.
The ratio.
It is weird and different and artsy fartsy, and I ate up every second of it happening with a young boy hanging out late at night in Tokyo, Japan, and living in almost like another planet, strolling by himself at 1 o'clock in the morning, stumbles upon a vampire, and they go on adventures, and just nonsense happens. And it's slowly, maybe plot also occurs if you stick with it, the more you go with it.
I watched watched like 7-8 episodes of it.
Oh, okay. What's that, Frank?
I was just like, it felt like you brushed them off. Oh, okay. Like,
Oh, great, cool story.
It don't matter.
Well, but he didn't go. Well,
This is my time to
he
shine.
didn't finish it, did he? Now, if he finished it, maybe I would have been a little bit more excited.
I was gonna give like a little fact, but the voice of the girl, the vampire girl, is the same girl from Rent a Girlfriend. I'm pretty sure.
Why would you say these things out loud to me?
You're right.
And you wonder why I brushed them off. You wonder why I brushed them off, Frank.
So I was like, yeah.
This is why. This is why.
I get to hear her voice. It was her, right?
I don't know.
He looked at Miles. Miles, you have terrible taste in anime. Was that her?
I don't know. That I don't know.
You like your waifu things, don't you?
All I know, if I remember correct, I think she's in Konosuba. I think that's why I never top of my head right now.
It could be. I'd have to think about it. But anyway, Call of the Night is a really good show. Like I said, as a person who also suffers with insomnia on and off, I related to it on that level. I like the fact we get sometimes we get a little bit more serious notes because, vampires are a secret and he's not supposed to know about them, but he does. So what do we do about the secret? Can he keep a secret?
A lot of punching.
And then you get into, I guess, like the Helsing priest equivalent kind of in the show, shows up and goes like, you can't trust these vampires, and is just constantly putting doubt in his mind and making him question, are they really this nice, or they want something more evil, nefarious, right? So yeah, but like I said, the late night vibes, just chatting and talking, the humor, a little slice of life, a little bit of serious. It checks a little bit of all the boxes for me. The opening, oh my goodness gracious, that opening is so good. Still, I mean, granted, it wouldn't count for this year because I separate 2024. But technically speaking, of all the new shows I saw, it would probably be still my favorite opening I saw for 2024. But yeah, if you like Bakemonogatari series or anything, a little supernatural,
any Shaft, any Shimbo related,
it definitely checks a lot of stuff.
Shimbo will look at that and cry because they made it. They finally
did. They finally. So yes, that was my favorite anime of 2024, and I'm very, very, very excited for season 2. And I want it now. Please give it to me. And I know the manga just recently ended, so it'd be great if we get all of that. I
actually read it.
Of course you did.
Just skip everything.
No patience, man's just cheating out here.
I'm ready for it.
He's got his cheat codes. He's already got this manuscript. I swear he's in the manga editor's office, just stealing the manuscripts. All right, so that is my favorite anime of 2024. So Miles, it's left to you, brother. What honorable mentions? Oh, Attack on Titan. That was the other one I was thinking of. That ended.
Oh, yeah, that also ended. Let's see, honorable mentions here and there. Konosuba season 3.
Oh, that would maybe good. Maybe.
That Konosuba. Speaking about nonsense, there's that show, just nonsense. A lot of faces.
Right.
Let's see. Love Live Superstar season 3. Always banger.
Your idols.
Let's see what else. Kaiju for a little bit, just because just like the suit that's not a suit.
You don't have
they
to add it.
They should have said Kaiju number 1 and it would have made it, but no, they said number 8, and that's where it's gonna stick. Number 8.
That being said, of course, now we'll get to number 1. Of course, the one I chose to start this year is the one we're gonna end this year with. This time is for Torture Princess.
Oh,
it's hilarious. It's funny. Yes, she's gonna fail. Yes, the sword's gonna top back and kind of like, I'm sorry, what now? And the poor knight guy he's just trying to rescue the princess, but somehow like
Jotaro.
He's like, I'll rescue it, and I gives him some wrist, and he's like so the way he's so serious trying to do the incantations, and like, am my clothes gonna disappear? What now? Yeah, we'll rip your back over here. It'll be fine. And like she's trying to squirm like, I don't like this idea. It just like squirms out. He always ends up getting
blasted off again,
and something like that. And
go back to
tries
zero
again. Her torturers are not really torturers, more like friends, roommates, where having food, where we're doing bonfires, we're going camping.
Literally playing Smash
and
Brothers.
In fact, they changed the outfits, even though they're supposed to be in quote unquote the torture room. The father of the year, the better father of Gendo and everyone else is. The fact of Fluffy Foam.
Oh, the beer.
Yeah, and the fact like just the table turn to him, and it's just, and the fact that he's like he has the way his voice is like, I don't believe this because I don't work on Sunday,
Just a straight face,
and and that's it. That's the gag. When it turned to little kids for a hot second, and like everyone's going with it, it's fun. I can't wait for the next season. Love it a bit. That's why it's number one.
Well, there you go. And in fact, I guess if you did the points, I believe that would be our winner of the year, since me and Miles apparently were on the same wavelength on that one. Followed by,
I guess, a slide. I forgot to mention about Dan. Because Sign Sorrow and it's all, the animation's kind of neat because it's not your traditional anime art style.
Definitely not.
You watched it too?
We watched the first couple episodes. The problem, like you said, the first one's kind of a doozy. And that, gentlemen, concludes our 2024 animated
year 2024
Mm-hmm.
anime. Woo!
Wow, what a doozy that was.
I think we had Spice and Wolf and then Pseudo Harem. Trying to think in my head our top 3 if we did points.
See, it was very hard for me because the Pseudo Harem.
Oh, Fearin, I suppose. But I guess it's double dipping, so debatable, I guess, depending on your mindset.
For that, I guess that includes the year, or I guess the animes for this year. Tune in next year. We'll still review animes again. We'll be back here again next year.
Got what? Ranma. I always forget already. Ranma. Aqua Trip. And did I pick it? What did I pick?
Mecha?
Oh, yeah. Mechanical Arms. That's me.
That one. See, that's going to be a tough pick right now because when I see him, Mechanical Arms, I feel like that's probably going to win because of nostalgic feeling. But that's why.
I haven't seen it since the anime review, so only 3 episodes, and gotta catch up. And that's what January's for.
Yeah. Yes, January is when we all try to get back on our list that we have from last year. So I guess without further ado, I guess that concludes our episode for today. I hope everyone had fun. We all enjoyed anime. It's weird ups and downs and all the way around different places we go. I guess we'll tune in. Was it our next episode? We're gonna focus on the games of the year, and we'll see how that debacle is gonna work out. Because I think we watched a good amount of anime games. And I think it's gonna be its own very pared down.
How much do you like Final Fantasy VII? Is gonna be my question for that episode.
Yeah,
because that was most of my year.
So tune in next time with that. Well, I guess we'll see you guys next time. We're back around again.